始まるね信じることからこの気持ち生きる証果てしない未来広がるこの空新しい自分に生まれ変わる世界中幸せの勇気を降らせてみせるよその手つないで私が夢の途中で言われたセリフに思い思われさえ砂粒の確率でもその粒が僕だよってときめきの導火線が信じても今すぐに
Oh, is my model gonna show up? Please. Oh, there it is. Oh my gosh, the fear, the panic, the worry. Hello, good evening, everybody. How are you all doing tonight? Let's see. Hello, Kobes. Hello, Digge. Hello, Asterix. And thank you, Van Seeks Nero and MKC3417 for the follows. Welcome to the stream. I hope you guys are doing well. Oh, Axel, hello. Thank you for the thirsty redeem. I will grab some water. While I also just moved my model over. I forgot to after my last stream with Freya. There we go. Hello, Van Seeks Nero. How are you? Oh, you guys are really trying to get me to acknowledge that account. Mercia, hello. How are you guys doing? Oh, thank you so much for coming by. It's great to see you. It feels so weird. It's been a little bit since my last stream, but the week before I felt like I was streaming like so much. And so I wanted a little bit of quiet time. But it feels weird not to be streaming. Writes out, hello! Oh, thank you for the compliment, Axel. I appreciate that. And I'm doing pretty well. Let's see. I had a bit of a funny day. I got to skip work today because I woke up in the early morning feeling very ill. But it all settled down like kind of mid-late afternoonish. So basically I just kind of got to hang out today. So that was kind of nice. I'm glad I'm feeling better in time for stream because I was like, no, I don't want to cancel. I don't want to cancel. Oh my gosh. Thank you for La Creature Redeem user whose username I can't read. Let's get the boy on. Let's grab our little guy. Here he is. Hooray! So good to see him. I love him. Yeah, I did have a good rest. Oh, this is La Creatura. Oh my god, we've copium already? Okay, I'll put on the copium too. Oh god, we're going in strong, huh? How has everybody's day been so far though? Oh, thank you for all the creature emotes. I love to see him. He's my little guy. Let's see. Then I also need the actual tank of copium. Let me grab that. Oh, yes! Oh man. Alright. That looks pretty good to me. I think we're pretty set up. We're pretty ready for more Great Ace Attorney. Yay! It's been a little bit. I'm really excited. So, oops, that was not the right one. Please go to the correct scene, OBS. OBS, I am begging. Oh, there we go. Okay, here we go. Now we're on the right scene. But oh no. Oh no, the sound was working before, and now it's not. So we're gonna have to play with this a little bit. That's fine, because I need to talk a little bit about what happened last time, since it's been a little bit. I need to try and jog my memory. So basically, Riri, hello, how are you? Oh shoot, I think the sound was working there, and I deactivated the input. No! I have to keep doing it now. But, let's see. We are, I believe, yes, last time on Dragon Ball London. Oh, I wish Goku was here. Oh my god. You guys have to see this embarrassing thing that I do every time before I start streaming to get my capture card's audio input to work. Oh, there it is! Yes, so we were in the middle of a case involving a foreign exchange student in London who has been accused of stabbing a woman in the street. Yes, and basically we are not doing so hot in this trial. Yeah, we need to do a second summation examination because for the second time the entire jury thinks our client is guilty. Because we're having a lot of trouble proving that he was not the only person around who could have stabbed this woman from behind. So, yeah, let me look at the court record to double check. Yes, so a map of the local area. There was some street work being done up on this street, but apparently it was only a little less than 2 meters worth, so people could have just walked past it, which is unfortunate. I was really excited about thinking I could have solved that. Yuzuki, hello! How are you? How are you doing, Yuzuki? Good to see you. Let me give you a shout out. Let's see. Yuzuki is super wonderful. One of my very best friends on Earth. Well, basically my best friend on the entire Earth. Or on the entire moon. And she does some wonderful streams. She plays a lot of Lobotomy Corporation. She's also started Cult of the Lamb, which looks really fun. I would really like to play some Cult of the Lamb, too. So, basically, she's a great time. Please definitely go check her out. She is worth it. Thank you for the creatures and the wobbles, Yuzuki. Okay. Yes. Oh, yes, we found that Our client, Mr. Natsume, had bought 3 books from your books, and there was a 4th book on the scene as well that we figured out was probably thrown from a nearby building's window when the married couple inside was having an argument. No, you. This is my stream, so I get to make the rules, and I say you. Let's see. The case file. Yes, let's see. So yes, she was stabbed on the pavement of Briar Road. And yes, one of the witnesses we're talking to right now is the reporting officer, Rolly Beat, and his wife. Let's see. Victim remains unconscious. Okay. And then there was this knife. At least at the time we didn't find anything too particular about it, I believe. Just we know it's kind of like a switchblade, and that's all anybody really had to say about it. Yeah, can't find anything out of place. The crime scene photograph. The Uno reverse card is still unplayed. So true. Okay, yes. There's these books. And then, yes, here's the singed book during the married couple's argument. And then, yeah. No, I was trying to turn it. Oh my gosh, it's been too long. Oh right, I turned it with this. Yes, so it's burnt. And I believe that is all of our evidence for now. Oh yes. Let me double check that in the court record actually, if they say anything about it. That might be worth checking out. Just double checking. What do they have to say about it? Okay. Oh, look here, Mr. Naruhodo, just at the tip. A small piece of the blade appears to be missing. You're right, well spotted, Miss Susato. I wonder what could have happened to it. Yes, you don't think it could still be lodged in the victim, do you? Oh dear, I do hope not. That sounds terribly painful. Okay, yes, so we don't know what happened to this. They haven't said if they did find it in the victim yet. I assume we're gonna have to figure that out. Okay, so let's get into it. I've considered the defense counsel's request for a further summation examination of the jury, and I've determined that the court must uphold the defense's judicial right to this procedure. Let's go. So, counsel, you will now proceed with your second summation examination. I presume the jury is ready, Mr. Foreman. We are, my lord. Very good. In that case, I must ask each of you now to state clearly and concisely for the court the grounds on which you find the defendant guilty of this crime. Okay. So let's find a way for the counsel to contradict each other. The accused left behind evidence at the scene, didn't he? Those 3 books of his. If there was some novel alternative explanation about how the victim was stabbed, I might reconsider. I believe you have to convince at least 4 people in the jury to keep the trial going. Thank you, Van Zeeks. I appreciate that. Feels very funny to have the prosecution telling me to do my best. I like the use of the wine emoji though. Maybe that would be a fun new emote. I've been trying to figure out, like, I want to add more emotes to my stream, but it's like, it's hard kind of like debating what would be the best. Maybe holding like a little wine glass or something would be cute. I don't know. We've had guilty witnesses, guilty defendants, guilty prosecutors, and guilty defense attorneys. Will we have a guilty jury member at some point? I know you're saying it as a joke, but I would not be surprised considering Ace Attorney and like just... Okay, Dig, so this is you calling it if it happens later. If it happens later, we have to look back and be like, oh, Dig called it. He knew all along. Dig knew. Don't hold the wine glass, you might just drop it. Oh, wow. It's kind of sexy, Van Zeeks. Alright. Even the woman was throwing the books. It can't be related to this crime if the window was closed, can it? Dearie me, it was only a little book. Hardly life-threatening, even with a direct hit. Oh my gosh, yeah, does he take a sip every time? Tell us, Banzik. Look, I just want to get this over with. If I don't bring home some pay tonight, I'll be in a tiny bit of trouble. Come to think of it, we had a fire at home a while ago. It gave me the sneezes. Huh. Okay. Yes, considerably more tangible arguments from all members of the jury this time around, it seems. With one notable exception, of course. My learned student friend was unable to find fault in the previous witness testimony. So the court must accept the fact that it was indeed the accused seen fleeing from the scene. And moreover... Oh my god, he wasted another glass. No one else was even at the scene to commit the crime. Well, if the eyewitnesses are correct, it would seem as if the conclusion is somewhat set in stone. Now we can find another way, we gotta find another way. I fail to see how it can be argued any other way. Oh, I will find a way. That means, I'm afraid, that during this summation examination, it's essential that you establish some other tangible explanation for the facts. But how? What would even constitute a tangible explanation here? Isn't it obvious? Who stabbed the woman, and how? Those two details are all you need to provide. Simply...
Sloppy!
Hello, Essie, how are you? Oh, you came just in time for Ace Attorney Estinian. Aren't you happy, Essie? Aren't you happy to see him and know his voice actor's here? I'm happy for you. Simply give us a name and a method by which the attack was conducted. Yeah! Good for Essie. Aw, you have so much love and support, Essie. I'm happy for you. And there I was thinking this might be hard. I have to fucking get the jury on my side for this case. He is! He's got the same voice actor! It's Ace Attorney Estinian. If we hear him say, like, objection or something, listen close, it's the same voice actor. But, Mr. Naruhodo, you have to do it. Otherwise, this really will be where the trial ends. Ugh, no pressure then. Man, by the end of this stream, we're gonna have to wheel Van Zeek's Nero to, like, a hospital, aren't we? Oof, that'll be a scandal. That's quite enough preamble. Proceed with the summation examination, please. I presume you're prepared, counsel. Oh, yes, my lord. All right, Ryunosuke, focus your mind now. Oh, yay, Riri lets me take off the copium. All right, we're not coping, we're thriving. We're thriving, we're doing our best. Okay, let's go. Clearly, the key to the summation examination is going to be juror number 4, the maid. Or should I say, Mrs. Gardeb. You need to eat some snacks to forget this. We have a book that disappeared from the Gardeb's house on the evening of the incident. And the 4th book found in the victim's hand. There must be a way to link the two. Oh my god, now the copium comes back. We're in another copium war, because I keep forgetting to put timers on the redeem. It's a rough life out here. It's rough being a streamer. They didn't warn me about this part. Okay. Okay. Oh, that's a tiny... No, that's too big. There we go. That's just right. That's just... Oh my god! Oh my god. Oh my god. 1 second. I have it open for once. I have it open for once. Edit. Edit. Cooldowns and limits. Okay. Okay. We have cooldowns on copium now. Oh god. Oh god. They were happening at the last second while I wasn't... Because everybody knew I was about to do it. Weren't they? Oh god, okay. Okay, I need to count. I need to count. So that was off, on, off, on, off. Fuck! Fuck you, Yuzuki! I can't believe she'd do this to me. After I called her my best friend. Why is she bullying me so much? Chat, would you do this to your best friend? Yuzuki would. Oh my goodness. Putting me on copium live on the internet. My god. I was like, haha, I remembered. I have it open. I can be free this time. And then I was not. Oh my god. Okay. Well, it's just for you, bestie. God. I should get a copium emote. God, one second. I'm going to redo the mask. Just because I accidentally tilted it a little bit and now it won't get back on. It's going to bug me. Alright. We have 10 minutes of guaranteed copium for you guys. Unbelievable. Unfucking believable. Unfucking believable. That's what best friends are for, to stab you in the back. Yeah, you and Yuzuki would get along. I'm thinking about the wigging from last time again. That was ridiculous. Oh, you got your munchies, Essie. Good. Oh, she's scary. She's got a knife. Look out, guys. Look out for Yuzuki. Oh god. Oh god. Kobus has a knife too. Oh god. We have to watch out. We have to watch the fuck out. They're gonna team up. They're gonna team up and they're gonna slaughter this whole chat. You guys have to watch out, okay? You guys have to be careful. Graha, I need you to look after the water. I want people to be able to see the Cubus command. Thank you. Alright. Yes, that's what we have to find. Using every technique I've learned in my short career so far. Oh god, his career's been like less than a week. Whatever it takes. Oh god, it's been like 3 days. Oh god. Ryunosuke. Don't forget to keep an eye on Mrs. Gardeeb and how she reacts, even to the things other people say. This chat is even more intense than the contradiction one. I think it's because I'm like just a little gremlin freak, so I really bring that out in my chat, you know? Like, it's just the way of it. Oh god, Riri's gonna fight back. Oh god, look out. The accused left behind evidence at the scene, didn't he? Alright, so let's press all of them so that we can find contradictions a little better. But as we now know, there are 4 books, not 3. Well, what difference does it make? There's every possibility that the 4th book, in fact, belongs to defend its landlord. Aw, Yuzuki, that's very kind of you. See? They are, but in entirely different ways, you know? Like, I'm a weird freak, for sure, but I don't talk about daddies the way Freya does. And that brings a whole different energy, you know? It's just, it's different brands, it's different breeds, you know? Yes, that's the part I have a problem with. Sorry? Well, at the point the woman was stabbed, this landlord fellow was at home, wasn't he? Trying a fiery scrap with his wife or something, he said. That's not exactly how I put it, no. Well, anyway, the point is, the fellow and his wife were somewhere else when it happened. I think that's what you call a strong alibi. So it could have been the landlord who did it, which only leaves the Nipponese fellow. Honestly, I can't see what all this palaver's about. It's a done deal, isn't it? I suppose it is, since I've nothing witty left to say. Oh no, Ryunosuke. Yeah, you know, gremlin breeds. You know.
Hold it!
So you might be willing to change your decision, you mean? Oh my, such delight on your face, but I'm afraid I shan't be swayed by emotion. Despite what you may think of me, I am a very modern, metropolitan, and rational woman. That's great. If one reads the morning papers, it's all forgotten by tea time, isn't it? So why read them in the first place? You see, modern, metropolitan, and rational thinking, wouldn't you say? Oh my god, she's a dumb bitch. She's just like me for real. And not at all extreme. As I see it, an overwhelmingly suspicious Japanese man has been implicated by overwhelmingly strong testimony. So despite one or two minor puzzlements, I do declare that the man is overwhelmingly guilty. Aw, Dig, you're a polite metro. That's so valid. Good for you. I'm happy for you. Modern, metropolitan, and rational logic, wouldn't you say? Overwhelmingly. But us modern gals are always delighted to embrace new fads, you know. So I'd be only too happy to consider an exciting new theory if you could come up with one. I'd be happy to do that too, if only I could. Let's do our very best not to disappoint the modern and metropolitan young lady. Right. I'm glad you omitted rational there. Yes, okay, so we can definitely use her if we can find something that helps create a new theory.
Hold it!
Okay, what do you have to say? But what about the possibility that the window was open? What about it? I mean, there's just no way it could have been. Oh yes, they're saying the window had to have been closed because it was, you know, winter time in London and it would have been very cold, but, you know, that's like weak reasoning, you know? There's plenty of reasons it could have been opened. How can you be so sure? The prosecutor fellow over there said it earlier, didn't he? Winters in London are no joke. You don't want to invite that sort of cold indoors. So no, that window wasn't open. Us Londoners like sitting by the fire and staying warm, see? But you couldn't categorically state that the window wasn't open, could you? It just wasn't. They wouldn't have opened it. Then what's the point in even having windows, huh? You captured my gremlin energy in the Discord? Okay, we're gonna take a second and take a look. What did you do, Dig? What did you do? Wait, no, it was Kobez. It was Kobez who did something. Oh god. Oh god, Kobez. Graphic design is really your passion, isn't it? No, don't put this on Dig. No, that was me being stupid. You can't escape. You can't escape, Kobez. You can't escape. I know it was you. You want to take credit, Dig? Oh, wow. Okay, Dig, it's your art now. Kobez, you didn't do anything. Too bad. I was gonna give the creator the biggest Aqua fan award. Now Dig gets it. Counsel, you will kindly refrain from childish bickering. Oh, sorry. Somehow I need to show there's an undeniable possibility that the window was open. Because this young man isn't going to budge otherwise. Oh my god. Both of you Dig and Kobez. I'm ready to throw hands. Meet me after stream. We're gonna punch out. We're gonna like just, you know, we're gonna meet by the bike racks after school, and I'm gonna punch you guys out, okay?
Hold it!
But the little book was on fire at the time, was it not? With flames of love, I'll have you know. There's really no such thing as a loving incendiary bomb. Yeah, the bike racks. Listen, no Asterix, did you see what they made of me? Did you see? They deserve it. Hurt your baby? Are you pregnant, Dig? Whoa. Well, he brought it upon himself. It's playing with fire to betray a fiery love. Isn't it? Well, don't you agree? Oh, well, any kind of betrayal is certainly a bad thing, yes? Dig pregnant. Yeah, it's too late to correct Dig. Now we all know you're pregnant. But I think the argument might have arisen out of your misunderstanding, Mrs. Gardeb. Never you mind that. The point is, we were just having a jovial little dispute, nothing more. Ew! Ew! No, Dig. I think you're carrying... God, who was it you're in love with again? Was it Nox? You're definitely carrying Nox's child. You can't trick me. I'm so happy for you two, by the way. And I won't have any more of these suggestions that it was anything whatsoever to do with this crime. What the fuck? Why are you putting these words in the stream? Holy shit! I can't even deal with this. I don't know what to say. Congrats, you broke me. I'm going back to the assumptions that it's you and Nox's child. I need that. That's way easier to deal with for me. Mentally and emotionally, I can accept that far more. Right, well, we'll see about that. But what about juror number 5? He doesn't seem to be turning a hair at Mrs. Gardev's relentless onslaughts. It's almost as though he's used to it. What a gentle soul he is.
Hold it!
You just want to get this over with? How can you sit there and say something like that? A man's future is at stake here. Well, him and me both then, like I said before. What? I told you already, I'm a day laborer, aren't I? Yeah, this guy just wants to get to work. Oh my god. Nox, how could you? Don't worry, Dig. I believe you can seduce him. Do your best. If I don't bring home some Reddies with me tonight, you'll find me floating face down in the Thames tomorrow morning. What? You heard me. My missus isn't one to mess about, no. She can be fierce, believe you me. Another shining example of marital bliss, then. A situation like this cropped up the other day. It was, well, you know, it's funny, but I can't quite remember. Huh? Sorry? It was too frightening, that's the thing. I must have blocked it out. Helpful. Yeah, sharing a bad is also pretty scandalous. I wonder if Mr. Beat will ever be dragged into the Thames by a scarf. Don't even go there, Miss Susato. Ooh, Dig. There must be some way to jog his memory about this. Yeah, Dig is on a whole other level tonight. I don't know what the heck is wrong with him. Did somebody put something in his food? Did he have too much sugar today? Does that have anything to do with your decision about the defendant's culpability in this case? Sorry? This is matching my energy? Am I really this bad? Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. Sorry, what's that? You'll have to speak up, lad. I feel like this old man's voice changed every time. Oh, in your photo. God. Could you tell us more about that fire? It was last winter. My grandchildren baked me a lovely cake on my birthday. It had 75 candles on the top, it did. What a sight to behold it was. I mean, she is. That's not a lie. Oh. Wait a second. I accidentally... Yeah, Zoe definitely said that. That wasn't me. That was all Zoe. It was all Zoe. You know? You put candles on a cake? Was it some kind of devil worship? Of course not. It was an angel cake to celebrate my birthday, obviously. It seems that's common custom here in Great Britain, Mr. Naruhodo. Aww. Anyway, I mustered all my puff to blow them out. Only must have blown wrong somehow. The flames didn't go out, but candles went flying all over the room. The furniture caught and everything went up. The whole place filled with smoke. Definitely sounds like a devil worship to me. Wait, but like, that would be a reason to open the window. if a house is full of smoke from things being on fire, right? And by the sneezes, I presume you mean a cold. But how did you catch a cold from a fire? Because you opened the window to let out the smoke! What a fiasco it was. The grandchildren, bless them, threw water over me as they tried to put out the flames. And then, because the whole room had filled up with smoke, of course, we had to open all the windows to clear it. The windows. The biting winter air rushed over me like the devil dancing on my grave, it did. All is puff but no huff. I caught a terrible cold from it. It put me in the hospital for a while. I won't forget that birthday in a hurry. I knew it was devil worship all along. Oh, funny! Maybe if you look up angel food cake specifically, I'm assuming that's what they're talking about. That's actually my favorite kind of cake. Angel food cake is so light and fluffy, and if you put strawberries and whipped cream on it, it's the best. Yeah, it's funny, we're just talking to him about the random shit he brought up, and hoping it's relevant, and it turns out it is. Alright, so we need to demonstrate who, apart from Mr. Natsume, could have attacked the young woman on the street, as well as how he or she could have done it. Yes, but once again the jurors' statements are full of personal prejudice. A lot of them seem convinced they're right, even in the face of logical arguments to the contrary. I think you're going to need to pit them against each other to force them to accept an alternative explanation. Yes. I don't necessarily need to find contradictions between their assertions. Just a connection might do the trick. Alright, I'll see what I can do. If anything stands out, I'll go in for a strike. That's the spirit. Ah! That's so funny. Yeah, because the book was on fire, that VOD would prompt the window to be open in order to throw it out. Okay, so we're gonna pit him against the old man.
Objection!
Objection! These two jurors' statements clearly contradict one another. They do? How exactly, counsel? Don't point at me again! I told you it wasn't me! Whoa! That's really big. What's that you say? Speak up, lad, speak up. Juror number 3, do you see? Oh, me? See what, sir? Did you hear juror number 6's account of his birthday celebrations last year? It seems, despite being a Londoner, he once opened his windows in the middle of winter. Well, yes, of course, because it was an emergency. I mean, obviously, if the room was filled with smoke from a fire, then you'd be mad not to open the... Oh! Exactly. On the day in question, at the time of the incident, there was a fire in the Gardep household. Ooh, he walkin' now. And Mr. Gardep had the following to say about it. The whole place filled with smoke.
Oh my.
Oh, my cat.
Excuse me.
Hello? Juror number 4, do you have something to say about that? Yeah, the animations are so good. This is me when I really need some caffeine in the morning. Right? It's so funny, it's being like, he's walking! Why is he walking? They can walk! Mrs. Gardeb. Oh, dearie me! What is the meaning of this? How dare you imply that I'm hiding who I really am? It's imperative that you confirm something for the court. Yeah, she's drinking more than Godot. Oh, I remember that guy. What a time. I remember when he was throwing his mug, now we got wine being thrown. I hope so too. I know it's becoming more and more common. So hopefully eventually it'll just become more and more so. So please, it's time to drop the pretense now. What is it? When the fire started in your house that day, did you or your husband open the window? What? I beg your pardon, what are you insinuating? The room would have been thick with smoke after the carpet and the bookcase caught fire as they did. In a situation like that, it's inconceivable that you wouldn't have opened the window. And what if we did? Oh, all right then. Yes, you're right. You know what? Yeah, I'm gonna say that, you know, the original Ace Attorney games are fine, since this is post-release, and it kind of, I feel like it kind of expects you to have played the previous games, even though they're not connected. I feel like it's definitely building on those. Right, this slander. Oh, Asterix. You see nothing wrong? Wow. Wow, chat turns against me once again. I'm always all by myself. My husband was frantically trying to open the window, which can't have been easy since I continued to give him a justly deserved book battering. Even though your house was on fire? Oh, you never stop throwing until the anger subsides. It would be terribly bad for the nerves to do otherwise. Oh, right, yeah, Goodell would be the guilty defense attorney. That still makes sense, you know, because he is technically a defense attorney. We're free. I'm free, thank you, Riri. I've been freed from copium, yay! Oh, right, it was Dig, it wasn't Kobez. Of course, I should have realized. Y'all are just watching the clocks for copium, huh? Oh my god. That's a significant step forward, Mr. Naruto. You've managed to establish that the window was open. We simply must have that added to Mrs. Gardep's formal statement. Alright, now you mention it, yes, the window was open at the time. I'd clean forgotten, but it's true. Alright, tell me more about that. The fourth book found at the scene of the crime shows very obvious signs of fire damage. Oh my god, Dig! Wait, where is it? No. God damn it. Well, you win some, you lose some, as they say. C'est la vie. And the title of the book is The Lion's Pride. The same title, in fact, as the book that Mr. Gardep told us he had been reading. Well, I really couldn't say. Oh, Asterix, thank you so much for the gift subs! I appreciate it very much. That's so wonderful of you. Thank you so much. I appreciate it so much. Everyone, if you are in chat and you got a gift sub, please do enjoy your emotes. And if you are around, please do feel free to say thank you to Asterix. It's very kind of him. Gotta give it to Not Dig. Yeah, Not At All Dig got it. Nishiketo got it. Let's see, Broken Puppet got it. And Kukushi got it. Yay! Good for all of them. Alright. On the dang question, did you or did you not throw at your husband the copy of The Lion's Pride that he had been reading? Clap very pug. Yeah, La Creature, he flies off with the wig. He ascends to godhood. I did. Yeah, it comes back with the toggle, which is nice. The first time I saw it happen, though, I was so shocked. It was the first thing I could lay my hands on, so I hurled it straight at him. And now you come to mention it, yes. He was rather enjoying reading it, you're right. Why did you not reveal this information to the court from the outset? Oh, because I couldn't, you insolent little man. I didn't remember. Oh, she's angry. In times like that, you pick up and throw whatever you can lay your hands on as well, you know. I really don't. Me neither. I barely noticed I was throwing a book, much less the title of it. Oh, now you're reacting. Why are you reacting to this? Hello? What is it, juror number 5? I don't mean to eat him. I like to think that he's grabbing hold of the wig and pulling it off my head and flying away. You know? I think that makes much more sense. You know something? I've remembered what it was. That memory I'd blocked out. Ah. It was listening to what this granny was saying. Brought it all flying back. Who are you calling a granny, you cheeky devil? I'm Mrs. Garadeb, or the maid, I'll have you know. The man doesn't even flinch. Please tell me that's not because he's so used to being hit all the time. Aw, poor guy. It was about 2 weeks ago. I just got home back after work, like... I put my hand in my pocket for the wages I'd just earned that day, and I nearly died. There's a hole. Every last penny had dropped out. Yeah, if a gust of wind catches my wig, La Creature is slowly bringing it back. He's so kind. What a little gentleman. Oh dear, what a disaster. Oh dear, what a disaster. You haven't heard the half of it, boy. Oh. The wife was cutting up some chicken at the time. I could hardly get the words out, but I told her straight. I've lost the day's wages, love. Next thing I knew, the blade was whistling past my ear. Stuck into the wall next to me it did, about an inch deep. Yeah, he's doing his best. What a good little guy. No words, just terror. Oh, what is this? What is this? Fish don't fear you, nor do women want you. They don't even know who you are. Oh my god. So true. Absolutely devastating to hear, but it's not wrong. You know? I could smell it then, you know, that god-awful stench of the Thames. I was sure I was going to end up face down in the muddy banks that night, I can tell you. No, that's a real disaster, isn't it? Is this relevant? I'll never use the word lightly again. Anyway, the point I'm trying to make is this. When women lose their rag, they'll throw anything at you. Knives, hatchets, hammers, you name it. Mr. Naruhodo, you mustn't think that all women are so short-tempered and unrefined. Ah, yes, you're learning my lore. My dad is the king of the sea, and I'm his youngest daughter. No, I wasn't thinking that. Throwing household objects at people is, well, it's so uncivilized. At least attack with honor, using a bow or the like. Oh, she's so right. Yeah, I feel like I've seen a design, like, sort of similar to this before, but I can't, like, name it. It's gonna bother me until I figure it out. What? Attack? Who are you going to attack? Anyone she wants. Never mind. Anyway, this man's words could be rather significant, I think. Alright, we'll come back to the bow and arrow thing later, if I dare. Okay, a woman in a rage will hurl almost anything at you. The kitchen knife really brought that home to me. Let's learn a little more about this. Your wife really threw a kitchen knife at you? That's right, she was chopping meat with it. Had a tidy edge on it, believe me. Still, it's all memories, isn't it? It started with that smile she threw me when we were courting. And since then, the list of things she's thrown at me has grown along with our relationship. There was a cup, then a glass, then a pot, a kettle, a chair, a wardrobe, a cooker, a bathtub. Dude, you need to get out of this marriage. Your wife must be even beefier than you. And things came to a head last week when she threw me right into the Thames. Still, she's not so bad when she's calmed down. She's a little sweetheart, really. I'm so happy for you. If you want to know what I think this whole idea of ladies first that we're so obsessed with in this country was thought up by some clever lads who'd been tossed in the Thames a few too many times by their wives. Oh, I totally see it! Zangief. That's a very interesting theory. What a terrible thought. On the face of it, this juror's statement just sounds like a really extreme anecdote. But I think it might turn out to be an extremely powerful weapon. A weapon I might be able to use to make the jurors accept an alternative explanation here. Yeah, I'm guessing we're making them think that maybe the maid threw something else, threw a knife out the window. So, sorry, Mrs. Gardeb. We're gonna accuse you. Those two statements clearly have a deeply significant connection. good grief. You mean they don't contradict each other? Explain, counsel, at once. Oh, you're imagining him bare-chested now, Kobez? How do you feel about that? How does that picture in your mind make you feel? Tell us all about it. Juror number 2, do you think perhaps that this could be one such novel alternative? Oh my, whatever do you mean? An alternative explanation as to how the victim was stabbed in the back. What are you talking about? Yeah, he's number 5, you got it. No, Kobez, please share. This is a very open and welcoming space. Everyone here is valid. We've demonstrated that the 4th book, The Lion's Pride, that was found at the scene of the crime, originated in Mr. Gardeb's room on the top floor of his house. Therefore, it's equally possible that some other object besides the book could have found its way from the Gardeb household to the street below. What's that now? After all, Mrs. Gardeb could have thrown any number of different objects at her husband. Isn't that right, juror number 4? Yeah, be yourself, Kobez. Be true to yourself. We believe in you. Fuck, Kobez! God damn it! Fuck! Fuck! My God. Give the best years of my life to this place. Look at this. Look at this. Look at what they do to me. Look at what they do to me. God, I can't even find the right thing for it. It's fine. It's fine. You know what? It's fine. It's fine. I mean, I guess if you specify that you want the tank to be bigger. But no, I know you guys have fun with the copium redeem. I'm just playing around mostly too. It's like, it's more funny to pretend that I'm mad about it than it is to like, just have no reaction, right? But sometimes I want the copium too. Huh. I get my wig back though, so we're all good. What are you insinuating now, you little beanpole? Well, she called him a twink. I'm beginning to think that ever since the true origins of this book came to light. Oh God. Perhaps she's had a feeling this might be what happened. She's successfully pretending to not be mad the copium is working. Oh my God. Are you guys gonna change it so that it's just a copium VTuber stream? Oh jeez. Now you listen here, you Easton Gala. Oh, as the foreman of this jury, I demand a straight answer. You give us this yarn about some other object making its way out of the house, but what? What was it? A knife! No! I'm really taking a big gamble here. That was a bold accusation to make, but I haven't any real evidence to back it up. But I'm certain that at the very least this warrants further investigation. Alright, Mr. Foreman, I'll try to explain the defense's theory. The other object that found its way from the Gardeb household to the scene of the crime was a knife!
Take that!
The screen is just one big tank of copium, and Aqua in the corner, no Great Ace Attorney visible. Oh my God, took a pocket. Imagine if instead of a wine glass, Aqua took pocket-sized hits of copium. Oh my gosh. Thank you for the clip, Kobez. Oh, that's a funny one. Thank you. I appreciate it. Juror number 4, Mrs. Gardeb. What now? I must apologize in advance for this. But I need you to confirm something else for the court.
And let me see what you have.
A knife! What? Let me see what you have. A knife! No! Thank you for the blurb. That's one of my favorite videos ever. I love it so much. This knife. Have you ever seen this knife before? Ah! Good Lord, Counsel. What on earth are you doing? Oh yes, I can wink. Ha! I think sometimes it does that. I know, like, if I'm taking a quick drink, it, like, confuses the face tracking. So sometimes it looks like one eye's twitching. Or, like, I know there have been a couple times where, like, I just kind of brush, like, my bangs or something out of my face, and then I think that also confuses the tracking a little too. But yeah, wink, wink. Huh. Look at me go. So talented. Well, yeah, you can see my bangs. They're right here. Luckily, Chera is on top of them. That's the weapon that was lodged into the victim's back, man. It sure is. Yeah, they are right there. My lord, remember that when the victim was attacked, Mr. and Mrs. Gardep were in the throes of an argument. Oh, thank you for the thirsty redeem, Riri. I will take a sip. Ah, thank you. Mrs. Gardep was hurling anything she could at her husband, who'd been backed up against the window. A window that had been opened to clear the smoke, through which a book sailed to land at the crime scene. I can't seriously believe that. The book was found in the victim's grasp. Are you saying that it flew out of the window and across the street to land neatly in her hand? Even my missus hasn't got a name like that. Yes, I admit, there are many details we don't yet understand. Well, like, what if she, like, you know, what if she caught it? Dick, I now start to understand why Bahari had that redeem about you. God. But that's the point. That's precisely why. We must not allow this trial to end. Not right now. I miss Bahari streams too. But I know Bahari's got some other stuff going on to take care of, so it's fair. Oh my! Oh! Mrs. Garadeb, your answer, please. Have you seen this knife before or not? Oh! Ah! Oh no, she fainted. Miss, please answer my question. My lord. I wish to change my decision. I'm a woman of my word, after all. Thank you, madam. Yes, I agree. You have fainted or collapsed. Excuse me. I certainly didn't see this coming, but... Fainted to get out of jury duty. Gotta try that one sometime. Oh, man. Yeah, you'd think, but I don't know, maybe the juror is gonna be guilty. We'll have to see. I just don't think it would be right for this trial to come to an end now with so many unanswered questions. Mr. Foreman! I'd have to agree. Not that I think the granny didn't mind. Yes, you know what? I'm not quite happy about this at the moment either. Yeah, I've actually never been picked for jury duty before either. I would kind of hope that it does not happen for a while, because it sounds like it would be kind of stressful at worst and, like, boring at best. All together now, ladies and gents. Nox, hello! How are you? Oh my gosh, Nox. I heard about you and Kobe, or not you and Kobe, I heard about you and Dig. Congratulations, I'm so happy for you two. We did it. Oh, congratulations, Mr. Naruhodo. So, as a result of the defense's summation of examination, a number of jurors' leanings have changed. 2 jurors called guilty, against 4 now calling innocent. Accordingly, the opinion of this court is divided. I mean, it could be you two, Kobez, who knows? Like, maybe all 3 of you have a thing going on. You're gonna be such a happy family soon. Oh, Dick told us about how he's pregnant with your child, Nox, and I wanted to say congratulations for both of you. It's really lovely. I'm really happy for both of you. I hope you all have a wonderful life together. Yeah, for some reason my mind tonight is like just putting Kobez and Dig together. They're becoming one entity, Kobig. Yeah, Dig's pregnant. But yeah, congratulations, you guys. Accordingly, the opinion of this court is divided, and this trial will continue. I knew I should have hugged you in Amsterdam. Yeah, I'm like your mom or like the teacher that calls you by your sibling's name. Now then, Lord von Zieks, how does the prosecution wish to proceed? Oh no, he's getting the wine out. He's either totally under control or he's pissed. This trial is rapidly descending into a farce. Is he gonna throw it? Is he gonna throw it? Is he gonna throw it? Like a corked wine, the first few sips are bitter enough. Oh, there it goes! But what follows is so repugnant. It's good for nothing save the gutter. If I may, Lord von Zieks. Yeah, no, I'm rejecting that explanation. I much prefer the explanation that it's your child, Nox. The defense just put forward a credible alternative explanation for what happened. Credible? Is that your considered opinion, Mr. Foreman? The defense's argument is a joke to which I barely know how to respond, but let me start by insisting that you must all familiarize yourself better with the relative positions of those places being discussed. What do you mean by that? What's his angle this time? It should already be more than apparent that between the crime scene and the Gerdup household runs a rather wide street, Briar Road. Which means that the distance from the Gardup's house to this scene is, 15 yards. If you're keeping the child. I don't know why, but the idea of like the idea of Dig having to like terminate the pregnancy is so just wild to me. I don't know where this is gonna go. Maybe Nox just means putting it up for adoption. Oh, thank you, Asterix. Oh, I did not mean to drag my whole self around there. I went on a little flight there. Did a little dance. Wait, fuck, I fucked it up! I forgot you guys wanted that! Alright, I'll fix it. I will fix it. I'll fix it. I'm so sorry, I'll fix it. I'm so sorry I fucked it up so bad. Okay. Okay, yes, this is definitely bigger than it was. So, we have a bigger tank of copium now. Thank you. Oh wait, the mask is doing that stupid thing again. There we go, this should be better. Okay. Let me see, 15 yards, that's around 14 meters. God. Yeah, if you guys want, you can keep increasing the size, just tell me that's what you want to do. 14 meters. Oh, that's a little farther than I'd imagined. And as you ladies and gentlemen of the jury rightly notice as having portentous significance, the fourth book was found in the victim's clutches. In other words, the smoldering book wantonly hurled by the lady of the house traveled some 15 yards. Yeah, the concept funny that you'll be trying to make the tank giant and then someone will come in and reset it back to small size after like 10 increases. Oh my gosh, somebody else. That would be the ultimate power move though. They'd be extremely powerful if they managed to pull that off, and I'd be really impressed. God, oh no, Kobus, Asterix, and Dick are all teaming up. I need to watch out, I'm in danger. To land on the opposite side of the road, neatly between the collapsed victim's fingers and thumb. Is that your final conclusion, my learned and deluded friend? And did the jackknife follow a near-identical trajectory to plunge into the middle of the victim's back? This fantasy is somewhat stretching the notion of having a bad day for the victim, I think. Oh god, the Council of Nero's doing this, I'm scared. That's so scary. Even those pathetic serialized detective stories have more believable plots. Ah! Oh god, I don't like this version of the Avengers. This is scary. This is really scary. Ah! God. There's nothing I can say to that. Thank you for the bits, Asterix. That prosecutor loves the sound of his own voice. Miss Susato, serialized detective stories are pathetic, are they? How dare he? Maybe let's pick our battles here. My lord, might I be allowed to speak? Oh, go for it, girlie. As judicial assistant, you may speak for the defense, yes, go ahead. The prosecution may consider the idea of fantasy, but what the defense has postulated was believable enough to persuade the jury to change its leaning. And as such, the court has a duty to explore this alternative explanation as thoroughly as possible. To that end, juror number 4, Miss Joan Gardab, must be called to testify and submit to cross-examination. Saints alive! A cross-examination of a juror. Ooh. Yeah, Kobos with his, like, anime hacker setup. Just with his finger over the copium redeem. God. Order! 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 Whoa, this is highly irregular. Use your calculator for them all. It is unprecedented for a member of the jury to be summoned to the witness stand. Objection. Well, I'm precedenting it. Oh. The whole bottle! And unnecessary. Lord Van Seeks. There are already witnesses in the stand whose testimony the defense may further cross-examine. If my learned friend's farcical theory has any truth in it. God, 11037 will haunt me. It was so much.
Hacker Man. He's the most powerful hacker of all time.
Follow me.
I love that movie. Maybe I should watch that on stream sometime, because I know you're allowed to stream it. That might be fun. That'd be a good movie night. Then both a burning book and a jackknife must have flown through the sky before this couple's eyes. It's such a good movie. And we must assume they would have been able to testify accordingly. But it was the middle of the night and it was dark. What say you, witnesses? Right? Maybe I'll see if I can, like, recruit some more Prismaria members or something. I'll talk to them about it later. A movie night for Spaghetti Man? That sounds like a fun one. This must be the past that got laser raptors. God, there's so many good one-liners in that movie. I love it. Middle of the night. Listen, it was dark. It was winter. Yeah. I think a Prismaria watch party would be fun. Yes, sir. Constable Riley Beats reporting for duty, sir. Well. Good morning, officer. Sorry for dozing until now, sir. I haven't slept for a month on account of a villain who's appeared on my beat, sir. Oh, they are so heroic, these London bobbies. Patricia, my darling, I've been neglecting you, but no more. Oh, Raleigh, my hero, you make me swoon. Thank you for the clip, Dick. Oh, I appreciate it. That'll be a cute one. Very well. I hereby reject the defense's request. Oh. And order the witnesses in the stand to testify again. Man, these two again. State forthwith before the court any details pertaining to the defense's alternative explanation of events. Freya randomly corrects Aqua calls her a whore and is he's more occupied with sending blurbs. That sounds like how it would actually go for sure. I could see that. Yes, sir! Constable Beats report. The case has nothing to do with Mr. and Mrs. Gardeb. Believe me, a London Bobby is good for his word. You see, sir, the windows on the top floor of the Gardeb house are top-hinged casements. I know, right? Why is he eating it? What the heck, dude? Obviously, if anything had been thrown out of the window, we would have seen it. I did leave the scene to go and fetch help, but my trusty Roily was there to make sure nothing was disturbed. It's gotta be, I didn't take my eye off this crime scene for one moment, sir. Nothing strange to report on that front, sir. Well, this is quite startling. Top-hinged casement windows. That detail was not in the police report, Constable. Baby of juror 1 all grown up. Yes, sorry about that. I must have been a little drowsy. Ahem. You cannot excuse your sins with drowsiness every time, Constable. No, sir! Sorry, but... What exactly is a top-hinged casement window? Thank you for asking, Rinosuke. I didn't know either. And you... You cannot excuse your ignorance with such trite remarks, my learned friend. He's foreign! They don't have them there, and also I'm stupid. Of course. Sorry. I found it, Mr. Naruhodo. Cast your mind back to the windows in Mr. and Mrs. Gardeb's room. Alright, I'll try. Let's see what they look like. Ah! Okay. So the window opens in order to allow air to circulate inside the house. Oh, one of those. It would have been tough to throw something out this. Yeah, excuse my ignorance, I asked a question, weirdo. I would love to see Rinosuke fire back like that, can you imagine? But as it's a top-hinged casement window, it swings open along the upper edge, you see. I'm glad you've rectified your ignorance. A casement window's most prominent feature. Alright, Dig. I need you to confirm. What do you want me to do with copium? Bigger, okay. There we go. It's bigger. A casement window's most prominent feature is its stay, a metal bar which prevents the window from being opened beyond a certain amount. It prevents it opening? This is all news to me. Absolutely correct, sir. In other words, if a book or a knife were to have been thrown through the open window... God, yeah, it's getting so big! It would have clattered against the pane and fallen straight down to the pavement below. No. You see the problem then. Good. Your education in windows is complete. Man, there was never any possibility of either the book or the knife traveling 15 yards over the road. I think he is supposed to be saying sir, but like, sir. Sir, yes, sir. Kinda like that. That is, unless the window pane had been shattered, something we've discounted already. That can't be! Man, did you see that, Rolly? That young Japanese man just collapsed in agony. Oh yes, oh yes, my darling, I saw it. I saw how he crumbled before me. Are they getting off on this? Oh, Rolly, you're so strong. How is this happening? I haven't even started the cross-examination yet, and already my argument's been destroyed. Man. Counsel, if you could drag yourself upright again, the court awaits your cross-examination. My lord. Oh, good. Another desperate situation. Oh, God, okay. What the fuck, Dick? Asterix! How did you clip this? Oh, God. Oh, God. Asterix. Asterix. I cannot believe you do this. Oh, no. Oh, no.
Hold it!
How can you say that for certain? A very good question, sir. The answer is this. It has the noble founding principles of the Force written on it as a reminder to all us policemen of our sworn duty. He showed us that before, didn't he? Yeah, it is a shame there's a 5-second minimum. I wish there could be even a 2-second. I would have gotten some terrible ones for Freya if there were. Did he? I can't say I remember. To patrol the streets of London town and uphold the peace of the common man. It's what the job's all about. And that is why I can stand here today beside my long-suffering wife and tell you Bobby's good for his word. While rubbing my tired eyes, admittedly, Sah! Oh, Rolly, you're so manly. Of course I am, my darling Patricia. Oh, Pat. Oh, Rolly. No, none of this is what I meant. I meant, how can you say for certain that this case has nothing to do with Mr. and Mrs. Garrideb? Ah, I see, sir. You should have said so earlier, sir. Aw, man. That sucks, Asterix. Yes, well, so could you answer the question? Oh, do I need... I mean, like, you guys are always free to give suggestions. I'll check them out. That was a waste of time, then. Oh, their names together are Patrol! That's so clever! I was trying to figure out what the, like, pun here was. Oh my gosh. Absolutely, sir. I will answer to the fullest of my abilities, sir. There's a surprising reason why Mr. and Mrs. Garrideb's domestic dispute can't be related to this case. But before I get into that, sir, just one thing. Oh? Yes? Oh, I see, I see. I'd very much like you and all your countrymen to understand the great British institution of Scotland Yard. So I hope you'll take back some tales of us London bobbies and how we uphold our guiding principles. I wasn't planning on going back just yet. I've only just arrived here. So to that end, sir, I'd be happy to lend you my warrant card for your perusal. But I must warn you, you won't be able to get through it without shedding a few tears. Oh! 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 Thank you for the group howl, Dig. Thank you. I'll try. Aha! Warrant card, okay. A small folding wallet that identifies London bobbies and contains the rules of conduct to which they must adhere. Okay, let's take a look at that. It really does get really feral. I like it though, it's funny. Okay, let me take a closer look at this. So, principles of policing. Item number 1. A policeman will strive to preserve the peace within his allotted beat. Item number 2. A patrolling officer is expected to walk 20 miles around his beat every day for furtherance of community relations. Metropolitan police regulations. Item number 1. Any crimes fall under the jurisdiction of the beat in which they are discovered. Item number 2. When a crime is discovered on his beat, a policeman must assist with initial investigations and help detectives. Alright. I see. Interesting. Your blurb of Xeno saying certified hash brown moment? Oh my god. Yeah, Essie's the one who yells like a monkey for sure. Let's see. So we'll keep those in mind. Maybe we can use those for a contradiction somewhere. By which you mean they don't open fully, is that correct? Yes, sir! They're just there to allow a bit of air through the house, you see, so they're restricted as to how much they open. and therefore anything thrown out of the window from inside the room would simply strike the pane and fall to the street directly below. Oh wait, that was not Rolly, that was Van Zeek saying this. Would simply strike the pane and fall to the street directly below. For clarity, allow me to mark the map. Here is the location where objects would have fallen. Yes. Directly opposite the scene of the crime, on the other side of the rather wide road. Would it have been so hard for somebody to mention this top-hinge casement thing before? Well, I have another question for you, Constable. And what would that be, sir? How do you even know? Why would you have any idea what sort of windows Mr. and Mrs. Gardeb's house is furnished with? Listen, I didn't mean to do it, Van Zeek's Nero. It was a mistake. I'm dummy. I'm just a little dummy. Ah, well, sir, that's very simple. You see, I helped with the investigation yesterday. Oh?
Excuse me.
Excuse me. Yeah, it might be only available in channel points. No, I'm not dummy thick. I wish my ass cheeks could slap, but they don't, and it's really sad. You know whose ass cheeks do slap, though? Essie's. Ask her about it during her next stream. Do you have something to add, Mrs. Beat? Sorry. You look, well, delighted. Is there some particular reason for that? Oh, glasses toggle, alright. What? Oh my god. Rude. But thank you for the redeem. Oh, I was just remembering, that's all. We really were so lucky. Lucky? What do you mean? Oh, but Dig, you're so busy slapping Nox's ass. Well, of course, I feel terrible for the poor woman who was attacked. Don't misunderstand me, please. But we were just so lucky it didn't happen on Rolly's beat. It was so close, you see. It wasn't on his beat. Oh, I hadn't realized. Oh yes, that street, Briar Road. That's the boundary between Rolly's beat and the next one. Isn't that right, my love? Constable Beat. Thank you for the clip, Asterix. Oh man. Oh god, okay, we'll make it bigger for you, Asterix. There we go. There you go. The copium is bigger. Oh, yes, that's right. That's the reason I was helping out with interviewing the occupants of the Gardeb household yesterday. A clip and the bigger redeem. What a time. Yeah, I definitely made it bigger. Yeah, it was like this before, now it's like this. Are we demanding 2 scrolls per copium? I did do 2 last time, so I guess 2 is only fair this time. I meant to do only 1, but... Alright. Oh god, it's getting so... The copium's getting so big. Their house is on my beat, you see, sah. Puts on glasses. Wait, I don't have glasses. Oh no. It's fine, I took off mine. You can borrow mine if you want, Asterix. That really was cutting it close then. Constable, I wonder if you could clarify something. Dig! Here I am, trying to be very careful with how I talk about the copium getting bigger, and I see y'all are still finding ways. Unbelievable. Yeah, it wasn't technically on his beat. Interesting. God damn it, Dig. You're my mortal enemy. No, I appreciate the clips, it's funny. The League of Extraordinary Copium Gentlemen, is that what you guys are calling yourselves? What a name. I've been trying to think for a good long while to come up with a viewer name, but I feel like you guys have already come up with such an amazing one on your own. How could I possibly compete with that? If the Gardep household is on your beat, does that mean the pavement next to it is as well? Outside Mr. Gardep's house. Yes, ma'am. The pavement on that side of the road is part of my beat. I see. I was unaware of that. You're the leg... You're the leg... Just think, if the woman had been attacked just on the other side of Briar Road, we would never have been able to go for that meal and to celebrate our wedding anniversary. But that's the life of a bobby after all. Extraordinary people are bobbies, tirelessly working for the benefit of all Londoners. Do you know what I think? I think it was the good Lord's way of rewarding my Rolly for all his hard work. Thank you for the thirsty redeem, Riri. Don't you think so, my darling? That must be it, Pat, my love. That must be it. I think perhaps we should make sure we have that information officially on record. Oh, now you're tapped out of points. Leave it to me, Mr. Naruhodo. I'll take care of it immediately. All right. And now it's my turn, I think. Okay, let me double check this new information. Okay. So, pavement of Briar Road on the east side. Well, like, would that be technically on his beat or not? So let me double check what it says. Yeah, when a crime is discovered on his beat, a policeman must assist with the initial investigations.
Hold it!
But according to my notes here, the sun had gone down already and it was dark. Oh my god, I love 999! It's so good! I love 999 so much! It's so, so good! June is my queen. I want to be her. Oh, but Rolly and I were strolling along, gazing at the night sky and looking for our lucky star. Sorry? The star that will guide us to eternal happiness. Can't it guide you to answer the question? If the flaming book had cut across the sky in front of us, it would have lit up like a shooting star. And if I'd seen a shooting star, I would have made a wish upon it. Yes, I love her. She's the best. She's so cool. Oh, she's so cute. I love her, like, entire design. I love her whole personality. She's so cute. Let Rolly be an inspector, I would have said. 3 times at least. Of course, what with the smog and everything, we couldn't actually see any stars. In short, are you trying to say that neither a book nor a knife crossed the sky before you? Yes, sir. That is correct, sir. As sure as the night sky in London is starless, sir. It certainly seems like they're telling the truth. And then we saw the poor woman fall to the ground, so we ran straight over to help her. Okay.
Hold it!
Yes, you said that you went to a nearby police box to fetch another officer, is that right? That's right, yes. If it had been on Rolly's beat, I would have known exactly—
Yeah.
Oh!
This is big brain time.
That scared me! Big brain time. Thanks for the bits, Asterix. If it had been on Rolly's beat, I would have known exactly where I was going, of course. Don't feel bad, my love. You can't be expected to know the location of every police box on every beat. So Rolly told me that the way, only I sort of got a little lost on the way. Patricia, my darling, that's why I love you. Your terrible sense of direction is bewitching to me. Oh, Pat. Oh, Rolly. Oh, please. Well, I'm glad they're happy together. So I suppose I was gone for about 15 minutes. But like I said, my rollie was at the scene the whole time, making sure nothing was disturbed. I was off duty at the time, of course, but a true Bobby is never really off duty, sir. Yeah, providing suggestions is totally fine. The only thing I would not enjoy is if somebody had played the game before and knew the answer and, was telling me what to do. I like being able to think it through together, so, as long as, you're not somebody who, knows for sure, you've, looked up a guide or you've played the game before, you're totally allowed to, speculate with me and provide thoughts, because sometimes you guys are really good at pointing out things I hadn't thought about before. Really? Does it breaks Twitch stuff emotes with single letters? I guess because people could use the letters to spell slurs and stuff, but man. Alright. So let's press on this. He didn't take his eyes off the crime scene. Nothing to report. That's correct, sir. I had my eyes wide open the entire time. Never looked away for a second. No one else approached the scene and nothing was removed from it. Yeah, it's come on guys, you were staring at the sky. Or at the victim, which one were you looking at? Oh, really? Interesting, I didn't know that had happened to her. That's good to know, though. I can swear to that one on the yard's honor, sir. Really, that seems a little strange. Beg your pardon, sir? Strange, sir? Seems altogether regular to me. This burned copy of the Lion's Pride was originally in the Gardup household, so the question remains, how did it find its way into the hand of the victim? Can you shed any light on that, seeing as you were at the scene of the crime the entire time? Aha! Could it be a different copy, sir? One that just happened to be burned as well? That is extremely unlikely. Even if that were possible, why would the victim have been gripping a book like that in her hand? As we can see from this photographic print, she had a bag over her shoulder. That is strange. Well, sir, that book was in the lady's hand from the moment we arrived at the scene. Is that so? There's something about this statement that's not sitting right with me. The two mysteries of how that knife ended up in her back and how that book ended up in her hand. Did she just walk across the street and take it? There must be some common thread between them. Can I ask you something? Please, Mr. Liar, sir. Oh, yes, of course. What is it? Oh god, okay. Big. Oh god. Oh god. You're doubting us, aren't you? I can tell. What? I wasn't really, what's she doing? Yes, I feel like that definitely got posted in the Discord. It's probably somewhere in Melly's channels because I know she's played some 999 on stream before. Because Melly has excellent taste. Oh, and enjoy your breakfast, Nox. I hope you have something good. Please, just because I'm a woman doesn't make my testimony any less valuable. You might just see me as the wife of a policeman, but I'm a woman of my word, I am. I really don't remember ever suggesting that I doubted you. No excuses, I don't want to hear it. My voice will be heard. My lord, you'll let me speak, won't you? Yes, Miss Beat, I will allow you to supplement your testimony if you so desire. Sometimes the path of least resistance is the sage one. That was a very loud mutter. I heard that! That Japanese man thinks a policeman's wife's word counts for nothing, does he? I never said that. Well, watch out, sir. I might let you get away with something like that, but my Rolly won't. Duly noted, Mrs. Beat. Please, I humbly ask you to continue. What could she possibly be about to say, I wonder? I know what I saw. My eyes never let me down. My sense of direction is a little off sometimes, though.
Hold it!
Yeah, he's been falling asleep on the witness stand. Mrs. Beat, nobody is questioning what you've told us. I saw it, I did. That evening I saw it clearly. That little Eastern man with the whiskers and the funny curved back slinking away from the scene. And I know what I didn't see as well. Right, he needs some nice Earl Grey. I didn't see any flaming books or knives flying through the sky. Oh, very clear. You also mentioned something about having a poor sense of direction. Oh, yes, well, that's a little embarrassing, really. I'm always ending up at the wrong place when I've made arrangements to meet Rory. He gets ever so cross. Oh?
Excuse me.
Excuse me. Constable Pete, is there a problem? No, sir. No problem, sir. Did your wife's remarks just now bring something to mind, perhaps? Oh, well, in a way, sir. Yes, sir. I was just remembering that the same thing happened that evening, is all. Huh? You mean Mrs. Beat lost her way on the night of the incident? Oh, how's this gonna be relevant? Well, you see, I sent her off to find a police box in the next beat over from mine. But she was gone a fair bit longer than what I was expecting. I thought she'd be back inside in 10 minutes, but my darling was gone a good 15. Oh, Rolly, you're such a tease. But the reason I was so long was because of the bouquet, silly. The bouquet? Sorry, what bouquet are you talking about? Oh, it was a present for our wedding anniversary. Rolly's so romantic. He saved up for it with farthings and halfpennies he found in the gutter while doing his rounds. Yes, how romantic! Yeah, I'd forgotten all about it until just now. Had you, my darling? Ah! Oh, yes. But that was just between us. No talking about it to anyone else, darling. You have to promise. Really? Oh. The League is official? Oh, jeez. What was that all about? Constable Beat looked very obviously troubled during that exchange. Well, good for you guys and your weird, funny little club. I'm afraid I can't offer any useful insight, Mr. Naruhodo. But I'm quite sure of one thing. We have to ask Mrs. Beat about the bouquet. Mrs. Beat, this bouquet you just mentioned. Oh, jeez. What's going on in the Discord? What's going... Oh my god! Alt accounts. Oh, I need to bring this up. Oh my gosh. No, please load. I'm begging you. Oh, the link did not paste correctly, that's why. Unbelievable. Oh my gosh. Look at these guys. Look at this team. I love it. This is incredible. Oh my god. It's beautiful. This is a work of art, and I'm proud of you guys. It's really good. I like it. Oh my gosh. I'd like you to add... I wasn't ready for that. Copium. Thank you, Asterix. I'd like you to add details about it to your testimony, please. Oh, really? Yes, I'd love to. What happened was I dropped my bouquet and ended up losing my way for a while. You mean you dropped the bouquet at the scene of the crime? Yes, that's right. Oh, I was so upset. When we ran over and saw it was a woman with a knife in her back, I was so shocked I dropped the bouquet Rolly gave me. It was in a dark spot where the streetlights weren't casting any light, so I didn't notice at first. And then you went to the police box to report it to the policeman whose beat it was on. Yes, and I came back to the scene together with the other constable, you see. That's when I spotted my bouquet again, but the funny thing was, when I went to pick it up, it was nowhere near the victim's body at all. Oh? In case you need reminding, Mrs. Beat, the victim is not deceased. I was all flustered for a moment before I heard a voice calling me from the other side of the road. Your husband, presumably. So, the body moved over. When the leak strikes again. That's right, silly me. I'd gone over to the wrong side of the street. Although, I'm going to blame the bouquet this time. I can't think how it got there. I really can't. So the bouquet somehow moved from one side where I rode to the opposite. Curious indeed. Isn't it? But the worst of it is, I forgot to pick the bouquet up again when we left the scene. That beautiful rose Rolly bought me, with that change from the gutter he spent so long collecting. What if she was stabbed beneath the window, but Rolly moved the body over so that it wouldn't be on his beat? So that he could still have his anniversary. By bouquet, do you perhaps mean this sorry solitary rose? Oh, yes, that's it! That's the bouquet Rolly bought me for our anniversary, with old bits of change he found in the gutter. Maybe just call it a rose. Tell us, Lord Von Zeeks, where did you come by the flower? According to the report by police officer in charge... Oh, it scared me! Hello? Who's there? According to the report by the police officer in charge of the crime scene investigation, it was found on the edge of the pavement in front of the Gardeb household. And in front of the Gardeb's house! Although it wasn't noticed until the morning, as it lay where the street lamps cast no light. Yeah, no one today, that's so sad. It was believed to be of no relevance to the case, since it was found on the opposite side of the thoroughfare. Oh, thank you, sir, thank you. Could I have it back now, please? No, I think for good measure this rose should be added to the court record as evidence. Oh. Oh my gosh, please do. I think that'd be so funny, Asterix. Oh, the torture we could get out of Essie with some Estinian ones. I know Essie really likes Quit Your Mewling Boy, so you could definitely use that voice clip. Yeah, I'm feeling pretty strongly about Rolly moving the victim. Yes, you did! Oh, I got her out of lurk with that one. Oh, man. Welcome back, Essie. An English rose. It's such a beautiful flower. Okay, Essie, then what Estinian lines do you like? Tell me. Correct my misunderstanding. There you go, Kobes. Oh my gosh, I might have to move this over slightly. It's kind of in the way of my face. Okay. Okay. The one where he promised you he'd take a bath? I think you dreamed that one, Essie. Is that part of the dreams you won't tell anybody? Is it just a dream where you just talk to Estinian and he says, okay, I'll bathe? Yeah, Copium's... We're having a weird night with Copium. Good to see you though, Kukushi. How are you? The one where he promised me a head. Oh, could you imagine? Oh my god, it shakes like hell when I laugh. Oh my god. The copium bottle just goes nuts when I move too much. Well, I hope you're having a nice, relaxing time, Kukushi. Did you have a long day? Oh, man. Oh, this is a rose, is it? I've never seen one before. Do you not take an interest in flowers, Mr. Naruhodo? I wouldn't say that exactly, but I do know 3 types at least. Gosh.
So no head.
3? So no head? Poor Essie. Yes, plum blossom, peach blossom, and cherry blossom. Perhaps you should consider branching out, learning some that aren't fruit tree based, for example. Oh, Ryunosuke, you dummy. Let's see, is there anything in here? Okay, this is the same dialogue. Okay, we're listening, Essie. We're listening. Go ahead, explain. Yeah, you got a gift sub! I hope you enjoy it, Kukushi. It's very stylish paper the flower's wrapped in, isn't it? It's just an old newspaper, Mr. Naruhodo. Oh, I suppose it's because I'm not used to seeing English print. It looks so exotic to me. Ah, I see. Is something wrong? Oh, no. I was just thinking that if you wrapped a stone-baked sweet potato in English newspaper. Yay! Look at all of those emotes. It might look like some sort of fancy cake. Oh, Susato-san, you do love your cakes. Let's see. Anything else here to examine, do we think? That looks pretty normal. Yeah, I'm guessing that seems like that's it. Hi, Axel! And this was a team effort by Dig Asterix and Kobes. They have been demanding bigger and bigger copiums each time. And it's been interesting. But it's a symbol of our love. I want it back after the trial, do you hear me? I want it back! Honorary member, Yuzuki! I mean, it's not too late. You can always re-edit it and add her. I'm sure she'd be flattered to be included. When the leak strikes again. Oh my gosh. Good grief. Rest assured that I shall do my very best not to forget, Mrs. Beat. Honorary? Oh, she wants to be a full member. Let her in.
Hold it!
So I wonder if we can present the rose here. Nothing to report. That's correct, sir. I had my eyes wide open the entire time. Never looked away for a second. No one else approached the scene and nothing was removed from it. I mean, I think it's mostly Kobes who has the alts. So you might still be good. I don't know, you guys would have to ask the guys, see what they say. Aw, congrats to your friend for making it to Shadowbringers! That's exciting! I'm hoping that I'll get Freya and Essie there soon. Oh, they're like almost at halfway through Stormblood last I checked. No lurk, no head. No alt, no head! I can swear to that on the yard's honor, sir. I know, right? There's like a couple different directions we could go here. So I'm just gonna have to kind of go on my best instinct. I feel like my best bet here is to present the rose, because I feel that connects to like, no, something in the crime scene changed, something did move. There is something to report here that you are leaving out. Explain. I know, Essie, I'm sorry Stormblood's like that. But you're getting there, you're getting there. We're gonna speed you through, and then you'll be able to enjoy the game being interesting again. Yes, post-Stormblood's a lot of fun. So, I'm excited for that, and you guys are honestly making very good progress. So, basically, I believe in you, you'll get there soon. Oh my god. I just love that all Essie has to say to Axler is A. Oh, is it the line with Alphino? The one... The are you going to swim there, are you? I think about that all the time. SB is Stormblood, and then SHB is Shadowbringers, is how they usually differentiate it. Really, that seems a little strange. Oh, you stole his line? Oh, that is a good one! Alright, Yuzuki, are you gonna be the old man or the girl in the picture? Oh, naruhodo. Yeah, I know the one you're talking about, that. STB is better than SHB. Oh, Dig is throwing hands in chat. Dig's starting a fight. Beg your pardon, sir. Strange, sir. Seems altogether regular to me. This burned copy of the Lion's Pride was originally in the Gardep household. So the question remains, how did it find its way into the hand of the victim? Can you shed any light on that, seeing as you were at the scene of the crime the entire time? Aha! Could it be a different copy, sir? One that just happened to be burnt as well? Oh, did we? Oh, we might have, yeah. Yeah. Yes, we did do this one. Yeah, post-STB content is really good. Okay. Let's see, yes. Yes, the whole idea of an invisible attacker has been troubling me all along, but I believe I'm starting to get a picture of what really happened here now. Me too, I feel like I'm starting to figure it out. The fourth book that had no business being at the scene of the crime made me sure that Mrs. Gardeb was hiding something from us, but it's becoming increasingly clear that someone else had been hiding something from us as well. Meet me in Eureka and I'll show you my kettle, oh my god. Okay. Yeah, book gets thrown out, the victim picks it up, then gets stabbed, then Rolly moves the body. I agree, I think that is the most, that makes the most sense here. So, I'm gonna try presenting the flower. Riri comes in just because she knows we're discussing Stormblood and that means her man's relevant.
Objection!
Objection! Yes, I did it! Music stopped for good! Yay! You claim, Constable Beat, that there was nothing to report in the 15 or so minutes you were guarding the scene. But that cannot be. What? What do you mean to say? In your testimony just now, Mrs. Beat, you explained to the court that when you arrived back at the scene of the crime with the policeman assigned to that beat. What is it with bunny-faced VTubers wanting you dead recently? I don't know. Just something about you makes the bunnies mad, I guess. It's two. You better watch out, Asterix. Be careful. The bouquet you had dropped at the victim's side was no longer anywhere nearby.
Objection!
There's a Stinian. That was his voice. Did you hear it, Essie? Yes, on the opposite side of Briar Road to where the victim was attacked. But considering the size of that meager bouquet, if a single sorry bloom can be so described. Yay, Essie! And Yuzuki, that sounds so threatening. You wish Justinia would cry? What? Would she beat up violently so you could watch? Wasn't that just 3.3? When you... Essie, what's going on? Essie! Who the fuck is she talking about? Where did they come from? And she timed out Asterix? No! Essie! Gomez got timed out too! Oh my god! And she timed out Essie! No, she's going mad with power! She timed out Yuzuki too! Oh god! And right, so she's timing out everybody! Everybody run! Everybody run! Everybody run! She got Gomez with a mustache! Everybody get out of here! Essie's on a tirade! Oh god! She got Nox! She timed out Nox! Mercia, no! Dig's trying so hard to be spared. Kukushi too. Dig's gone! No, she got Dig too! Oh no! This is just like Among Us. No, Kukushi! No! Essie, no! You killed all of them! I think only Riri escaped unscathed. I think Riri was the sole survivor. Oh my god. I'm gonna cry. I can't deal with this. Oh my god. Holy shit. Oh, Axel's still here. Axel's still here. But I'm scared it might not be for long, considering what he said. We're gonna have to wait and see. Oh god, he's gone. Essie got him too. So Essie, it's just you and me. What's up? How's it going? Asterix is back! And he's ready to fight. Oh god. Oh god. This is so dramatic. I was scared there. You know what it's like? It's like in Squid Game. Oh my god, she timed out Asterix for 500,000 seconds. She's going crazy with power. She's going super crazy with power. I think I forgot to increase the copium because of Essie. But there we go, I just did it. Bro, you're catching strays. I'm losing it. Essie's gone mad. Essie's gone mad, hasn't she? Oh god. Yeah, mod abuse. God. This is what I get for making her a mod. Unbelievable. I can't believe that she said all that unprompted and decided to time out everyone else for it. None of us were asking for it. She just said all of that on her own, you know? My god. Essie cleared the chat. My god. Oh my god. How do you feel now, Essie? Are you feeling better? Oh my god. This is wild. There's some wild courtroom drama and then there's some wild chat room drama. Prevented by better TTP, you have no power here. Oh my god. Essie needs to stop using the dog's eyes. It's so true. Oh my god. Yeah, better TTV hate like saving all of your asses, huh? That's incredible. I cannot believe this. How do you time out Asterix? You don't know? Okay, let me go see if I can save him. Give me a second here. Give me a second. I might be able to save him. There we go. I freed him. I was able to do it. I freed him. Don't worry, Essie. God, the timeout was for 18 whole hours. Gasps for air. Welcome back, Asterix. How was ban jail? Oh my gosh. Emote only mode. It's the only way she'll be safe. Die! Oh my god. Oh my god. This is so funny. My stomach hurts. I can't handle this. Oh my gosh. That's what Essie's feeling right now. That's truly what Essie's feeling.
Yes, it's war.
Thanks, Asterix. Oh my god. This war going on in my chat. Okay, I hope you all learned your lesson. I guarantee you that they didn't, Essie. I guarantee you. Oh my god. Yeah, Essie, I never learned my lessons. Oh god. Essie, good luck. Yuzuki never learns either. You missed so many clips. No, don't worry, there's always the VOD. Yeah, Nox didn't even do anything. He was just here. Crossfire! Oh my god. I'm gonna lose it. I'm gonna fucking lose it. I need to focus on the game because I can't handle this. It's so much. It's so much. Yeah, Nox was just trying to make his breakfast and this happened. Oh my god. This poor man. This poor man, Essie. Nox is an expecting father. You can't do this to him. He has a family to care for soon. He needs to be there for Dig. Okay. Okay, I'm trying not to think about what Essie wrote in chat before she banned everybody. Oh, I need to get it together. I need to get it together. Okay. Okay. I'm fine, I'm normal. I am fine, I am normal. Okay. But considering the size of that meager bouquet, if a single sorry bloom can be so described. No doubt it was blown in the wind across the street, back into the gutter where it belongs. Hey Freya, how are you doing? How's it going? Do you know what's been going on here, Freya? Meager. But if that were the case, why did Constable Beat not testify to the fact? You've been listening. How have you been enjoying it, Freya? How have you been feeling? Freya, are you surprised by what Essie said? I'm not. No one else approached the scene and nothing was removed from it. Constable Beat swore to that on Scotland Yard's honor. But the bouquet belonged to me. It has nothing to do with the case. Oh, I'm so glad. That's why Rolly didn't mention it, I'm sure. I think Essie needs the copium the most right now. No, because sadly it's not only your bouquet we're talking about here. Incoming Estinian commissions. More than one thing in this case is mysteriously the wrong way round. What are you talking about? Think about it. Besides Mrs. Beat's bouquet, there's Mr. Gardeb's book. Yeah, Mr. Gardeb's copy of The Lion's Pride, which was thrown out the window by his wife. Oh my god, Cookie, she got it. Oh my god, he got it. Oh god. Commissions. Oh, Essie's considering. Essie's letting her mind go wild. Yeah, very worth it, Kukushi. Thank you so much for going to that effort. I appreciate it. You deserve that sub. Going wild. Yeah, you can't clip when you're banned, which is unfortunate. I think that's part of what Essie was trying to prevent. God, it would have struck the pane off the casement window and landed there on the west side of the street. And yet, it was actually found here on the opposite side of the road in the victim's hand. Aw, Asterix, thank you so much for all the gift subs. I appreciate it. Gifties for Essie's love of Estinian. Wow, so generous. Thank you. Oh my god. Poor Essie. Yeah, Essie moved Asterix's body. It was actually found here on the opposite side of the road in the victim's hand. Meanwhile, according to the testimony we've heard, Mrs. Beat's bouquet... Oh no, Essie. Essie, are you good? Do you need help, Essie? Do you need some of my copium? I have a lot. Oh god, bigger copium. Oh god, okay. Okay, let me get the copium. Jesus fucking Christ. Jesus fucking Christ. Okay. Should have been dropped here, at the scene of the crime on the east side of the street. But in fact... Yeah, the copium's gonna overtake me. I'm scared. It was actually found here on the opposite side of the road, in front of Mr. and Mrs. Garadeb's house. There's no logical explanation for those things, unless somebody deliberately moved them. I cannot believe you guys have been bickering the copium like for an hour straight, basically. What are you trying to say? The way you're talking, it sounds like you think my Rolly's done something wrong. I do. If it's straight up R18, then only Lantern. But like, okay, I think that's fair. That's fair to know. Oh, I do know an artist that does really good R18 Final Fantasy XIV commissions. I might actually be able to get you something, I see. Ooh, I might need to save for that. Don't you listen to a word that scrawny lawyer says. Twittering on about books and bouquets. Why should we care? It's nitpicking, well, that's what it is. Yeah, the cord isn't even connected anymore. Essie, you think I won't spend money on porn of your character? Lantern is her Final Fantasy bunny boy character. So, like, we could get art of him fucking a Stinian, or being fucked by a Stinian if we wanted to. Oh good, Mrs. Garadeb's come round. You might call it nitpicking, Mrs. Garadeb. But deliberately meddling with the scene of a crime is a criminal offense. It's called, tampering, Mr. Naruhodo. I don't know what this stream is. It's been a ride. I don't know what's going on. So it's a sharp blend was a character or position. I don't know. I think it's just because you're so strongly associated with the Stinian now. Oh my god. Oh my god. Everyone's just decided that they're gonna latch onto you in a Stinian and you can't escape it now, Essie. I'm sorry. A Stinian, yeah. But the person responsible for this tampering cannot admit to it. For a very subtle but compelling reason.
Objection!
Me lit out loud just now, what the fuck? Tampering. You've barely heard the term before. There's the clip! Aw, everybody, let's watch it again. Let's all have a little fun. Let's have a nice little movie time.
Guess the character. You have to guess the letter. How do you guys remember this? Yeah. Fucking goddamn. You know what? We're not fucking playing this anymore. Oh,
Hello, Crest. It's nice to see you. We're bullying one of my mods is why, and she's trying to get us to focus on the game again. But nice to meet you, Crest. Welcome to the stream. My name is Aqua Sereni. I am a mermaid VTuber who traded her brain cells for legs, and I'm here to play games. Also, right now, my chat is doing a thing where they keep on making my copium bigger and bigger, so that is your explanation for that. So, welcome to this weird stream. I don't know, I've lost control of the chat. I've lost control. Excuse me, I'm laughing too hard, it's making me cough. But yes, welcome. I hope you're enjoying yourself. I am gonna try and get back to Ace Attorney now. But please do continue bullying Essie in the chat. I love to see it. It would make me very happy. Tell us, my learned friend, who would possibly have had cause to carry out such an elaborate deception? Rowley would have. Yes, there is someone who tampered with the scene of the crime that evening. No, this is the fourth trial, the fourth, case of the first game in the duology. And yes, Van Zeeks and Astinian share the same VA. All the evidence and all the testimony points to that one particular person. Counsel, I must demand that you substantiate this conjecture. Who are you saying is responsible for tampering with the scene of the crime? It is Rolly Beat.
Take that!
Take that! Obviously, there's only one person it could have been. Yeah, this twist. Constable Rolly Beat, it was you! What? A policeman? A member of Scotland Yard? What nonsense! Why would my Rolly do something like that? There's no one straighter than my husband. I should make the joke. I know what she means, but it's hard not to be like, just make a gay joke. Oh, no Bobby works more tirelessly for the people of London. Mrs. Beat, you've said in your testimony that your husband asked you to go to a nearby police box to fetch the officer on duty. The 15 minutes that you were absent from the scene is the only opportunity anyone had to tamper with it. You're making it up. It's all nonsense. It's all lies. Judge, has no police officer ever committed a crime in England? I'm sure they'd like you to think that. What about that Japanese man with the whiskers? I bet it was him. He did it. Objection! No! If that was true, Constable Beat would have seen him do it. Oh. And forgive me for pointing it out, but when you dropped your bouquet, Mrs. Beat, it was after the defendant had fled the scene. Well...
Objection!
First, you make accusations about the landlord and his wife, and now you incriminate a policeman as well. Well, he did it. It's the only thing that makes sense. But your accusations lack one very important thing. Huh? You claim the crime scene was tampered with. But there is only one reason anyone would commit such a reckless crime. To hide something. He just wanted to keep having a date with his wife, that's what I think. That's right, he's right. But my husband and I just happened to be there, that's all. So why would we have anything to hide? It doesn't make sense. You've offered no motive for this alleged tampering. And until you do, your accusations are nothing but empty threats. Constable Beat had a very good reason for wanting to tamper with the scene of the crime. Threatening us with his corpse? Do you think she's like Weekend at Bernie's? Oh my god. That's the key to this entire affair. Mr. Naruhodo, have you managed to solve this mystery? Counsel, you've made a very serious accusation against a London police officer. If you are mistaken, I'm sure I need not point out that your reputation as a lawyer will be irrevocably damaged. With that stark warning in mind, you will now explain to the court the motive for this alleged tampering. Yes, my lord. I got this. He needed to move it so that it wasn't on his beat. Constable Beat's motive for tampering with the crime scene was to hide where the victim fell. Where the victim fell to the ground. That is what this Bobby had to cover up, at all costs. What? Where the victim fell? You mean where she was attacked? Oh, shit! What are you talking about? We told you at the very start, didn't we? On the pavement of Briar Road. We saw it happen, remember? It was right here, as if anyone didn't already know. No, you are mixed up. You have a bad sense of direction. That's certainly what everybody has been led to believe. But in fact, that isn't where the victim was stabbed at all. Dig, why do you gotta remind me that Kazuma's dead? I miss him. Oh, Dig, that was mean. I miss Kazuma. Man. Oh my gosh, alright. Bigger copium, here we go. My god. How big's it gonna be by the end of the stream? I'm gonna be so scared to go to just chatting and see. What? What? I'm beginning to wonder where this tumultuous trial will end, Counsel. If that's your assertion, then the court is dying to know, my Nipponese friend. Yeah, I know, it's like, am I even gonna be able to walk around with this? Oh god, writes out, are you plotting something? Oh god. Where are you proposing that the crime actually took place that evening? It took place over here, on this side of the road. But that's on the opposite side of the road. I don't understand. Oh man. Well, every league needs a villain to fight against. So this will unite you guys. You'll all have to work together to beat out Rights Out. Well, I'm gonna keep it a secret who I'm cheering for. Shh. On the evening in question, Mr. Garadeb's book fell directly down from the open window above. And your bouquet, Mrs. Beat, never moved at all. What did move was the scene of the crime itself. Good gracious! Operation Shadow Badger? No. Yeah, Rights Out prefers Underdog. It's like a sports movie, you know? You're like Troy Bolton in High School Musical. And everyone else is the League is Sharpay and Ryan. Perhaps you haven't been listening to the ample testimony the court has heard. But these witnesses both saw the moment the attack took place. That's right, I saw it with my own eyes. It was 5 o'clock in the evening and already dark. There was typical London fog on the ground. When you saw the incident unfold and ran to the victim's aid, that was actually on the west side of Briar Road. No, that's not true. It can't have been. Constable Beat then arranged for you to be absent for a while by sending you for help. And during the 15 minutes you were away, he transplanted the crime scene. He moved all the things shown in the print, the victim herself, the 4 books. He moved everything, in fact, to the pavement on the east side of Briar Road. Yeah, sometimes I do sell my voice for Catboy goods. I have mini Catboy goods. Extraordinary. But the constable overlooked one thing. The rose! What did he overlook? The bouquet, I presume. Exactly. The prosecution told the court just a few minutes ago about the discovery of the rose bouquet. Lord Van Zeek says it wasn't noticed until the morning, as it lay where the street lamps cast no light. Yes, it couldn't be seen in the dark, obviously. Oh, you guys, I'm glad this is bringing you all closer together. Which is why it was only the bouquet that was found in its original position on the pavement on the west side of Briar Road. Yeah, lurking Yuzuki probably is. Oh, what'll you do if she's stuck in a raid and she can't help? Then you're in trouble. And that is the defense's theory about what really happened that evening. How do you respond? Constable Rolly Beat. Wanting to make me look like I'm high. Yeah, so true. Well, I'm very sorry. I didn't mean to nod off again, but I haven't slept properly in a month. Did I miss anything important? I think he's faking. Faker! Fake hedgehog. Oh, Rolly. It isn't true, is it? What that lawyer said is all lies, isn't it? I know it is, because you're the most upstanding, righteous man I know. I had a dream. A terrible dream. All the things I did that night. Everything come out. Everything exposed. Yeah, he's eating his strap. Fake sleeping like Essie fakes love first, and you know Essie's love is true. Essie's love is real. She doesn't fake that. When she said she wants to see Estinian beat up, she meant it. I know it. Only, it seems it wasn't a dream at all. Oh, that makes sense. Because it falls off his head otherwise. So he can't put it on his chin like normal. Order! 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 What on earth is the meaning of all this? Oh, Raleigh, why? Why would you do something like this? Moving a corpse is a criminal offense, isn't it? Wishing the victim dead should be one too. Constable, explain yourself. Why would you do this? As a respected member of Scotland Yard, your duty is to protect the good people of London town. I can't say, sir. What? I really am ever so sorry about all this. For damaging the Yard's reputation. For everything. I have a possible explanation. For why, on that particular evening, Constable Beat felt compelled to move the scene of the crime. I can think of one reason. What? How could you possibly know? You, a foreigner, presuming to understand the mind of a Scotland Yard policeman. What the fuck, Van Zieks? And yet, Lord Van Zieks, it is the foreigner who has uncovered the startling truth of the matter thus far. Yeah, this man ruined his whole career for his wife. You know what? We respect it. We respect a true wife guy. I believe it would be beneficial to the court to hear this extraordinary young lawyer's theory. Counsel for the defense, if you please. Yeah, that's love. Yes, my lord. Now then, I think you had better show us some evidence. At once, my lord. England, Japan, it makes no difference where you come from. Human emotions are the same. And I think I have a fairly good idea of the feelings behind this man's actions. What gives away the motive for Constable Beat's unthinkable actions? Okay, let me see here. I want to say it's the warrant card, because that explains the rules.
Take that!
Yeah! I was almost thinking the rose because that's the wedding anniversary gift, but yeah, the card makes more sense. I realize that I'm a foreigner in this land, and I have only just arrived from Japan. Yeah, you got it right out! Which is why all this information about London's so-called bobbies is completely new to me. I've learnt that, though honorable, patrolling the beat is the most demanding work in the world, for example. Keeping the peace, looking after the citizens on his beat in all kinds of ways. There's no doubt that the young bobby is charged with a great deal to do each day, certainly. But for Constable Beat, the day in question was special. Special? How? Ah, the rose might have worked too, yeah, on account of this bouquet, my lord. Oh yes! It was our very first wedding anniversary. Constable Beat had worked so hard to be able to afford this simple gift for his wife, and was so looking forward to taking her out for a celebratory meal. When he and Mrs. Beat stumbled upon a crime along Briar Road. When he saw that shadowy figure through the fog collapse on the pavement ahead of them, what must have gone through the man's mind? But sir, just on that one particular day, I was looking forward to celebrating my wedding anniversary. Yeah, this music, it's so ominous. Mrs. Beat puts up with a lot being married to a bobby like me. I wanted to show my dear wife how much I care. This is the warrant card that Constable Beat offered to lend to me earlier. Inside, among the rules for patrolling policemen, it says, when a crime is discovered on his beat, a policeman must assist with initial investigations and help detectives. Aha! Constable Beat. Is that or is that not the reason why you moved the whole scene of the crime that day? Oh, the copium? Writes out, got it. Alright, writes out. Tell me what you want to do with the copium. Are we making it bigger, or are we getting rid of it? Aw, I feel like Graham might tamper with a crime scene for me. I believe that the League did their best, but your time has ended. I get 10 minutes of freedom, and then you can try again. Yes. Oh, that's rough. It would help if Twitch was more in sync, but sometimes that's how it be. Rights Out was ready. Everything you said, it's alright. Whoa! Thanks for the bits, Asterix! Oh, that surprised me. Oh my gosh. So that's it. It was all to do with the boundary of your beat. Oh! Yep, I'm free! I'm a free mermaid! Exactly. To summarize, the incident actually occurred on Constable Beat's beat. The League dances away with the copium tank. Good gracious! Constable, do you realize the gravity of what you have done? Would have been a Twistville arc if you just went and made it bigger as well. I was scared for a second you were gonna do it. I was like, I should make sure. But there's a possibility. Aw, freed me for the ending of the case. Thank you, so kind. It was the first time since I became a copper that I'd ever cursed God. Stay close to me, Pat. The criminal could still be lurking somewhere. As we ran over to the scene, I had every intention of doing my duty as a police officer. The long pause had you on your toes? Oh, don't tell Freya. She loves those. We've got to report this to the station as quickly as possible. But then it dawned on me. I realized where we were, where the victim was lying, and what that meant for me. When a crime is discovered on his beat, a policeman must assist with initial investigations and help detectives. Why here? Why did this have to happen here? And why tonight of all nights? All with 16 pairs of socks on, now your feet look so much bigger. Freya's gonna love that too. Right, Freya? Are you still listening? Why? This is my way to draw her out if she's still lurking. It's a copper's job to guard the scene of the crime, so... There we go, I got her! Love you, Freya! And thank you for the thirsty redeem, Riri. I will take a sip of my tea. Oh, corpse toes for Freya! Yum! She'll love those! I told Pat she'd have to go to the nearest police box and fetch whoever was on duty there. It was then, when I opened my mouth to speak, it just came out. I couldn't believe the words that were coming out of my own mouth. Hello, J-Bomb! Welcome to the stream! How are you doing? Nice to meet you! If you haven't been in here before, I am Aqua Seretti. I am a mermaid VTuber who traded her brain cells for legs, and I'm here to play games. We are finishing up a trial in Ace Attorney here. So nice to have you. I hope you're enjoying the stream. And I hope you're enjoying the feet talk in chat. I'm currently harassing one of my mods. I accidentally read one of my rules as no minor bigotry. That would have made me confuzzled too. Maybe I'll have to... Were the rules kind of formatted in a weird way? If they were, that makes it harder to read, then I'll make sure that like I go back and edit it so that it's not so hard to read. But thank you for reading over the rules. I do really appreciate that. It's very nice of you to do that. I know sometimes it can be a pain, but I really do appreciate when chatters look that over. This is the next beat to mine, Pat. Oh, you just skipped a line. Okay, good. As long as it's not like hard to read, I want to make sure that it's easy to look over so that people can read it fairly quick before they start chatting. I don't want it to take up too much time. But how are you doing, Shay-Bomb? Are you an Ace Attorney fan? So you'll have to go to the police box that covers it. Turn right along Mearsham Street and then... Gosh. Twice as fine as a summer wine. Ooh, that's a fun saying. I haven't heard that before. I might start using that. I like that. It's very like, I don't know, it's just very fun and free-feeling. You've got no objections to this classic of a game. That's awesome! This is my very first time playing it, even though I'm a very long-time fan of the Ace Attorney series, and I'm having so much fun. I'm really enjoying this game. We are just finishing up the case with Mr. Natsume, the Japanese exchange student who was accused of stabbing a woman in the street, and we figured out that the patrol beat officer moved the body so that he wouldn't have to end his date with his wife. It was quite a journey to get here. Ollie's crying. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. Asterix and Swift brought you here. And is that a snack emote? That's a good night snack emote. I love snack. Oh my gosh, good taste. Freya said she didn't know Ratatouille was a food, just thought it was the name of the movie. What did she fucking think happened in that part of Ratatouille where they make Ratatouille? That is the entire climax of the film, Freya. What did you fucking think was happening then? Can you please explain yourself? Can you please explain how you didn't know Ratatouille was a food when that is a big part of the climax of that film? Can you please explain to me what you thought they were doing? Oh my god. No, Freya, we need to watch Ratatouille. Ratatouille's the perfect movie for Freya. Because you know how Freya always says she can't cook? Ratatouille's about how anyone can cook. So Freya, we're gonna watch it and you're gonna be inspired, okay? It's a deal. Oh, Constable. I think we broke Freya. Freya thought it was made up. Oh. I mean, sure, yeah, we can try making some Ratatouille. And no problem, Essie, please feel free to shame Freya anytime in my streams. I just wanted just that one night to take my Patricia out for dinner. Oh, Rolly. Just that one night. Aww. Like, he should not have moved the body, but I do feel bad for him, you know. You knew that if the incident was on your beat, your evening of celebration would be ruined. And so you decided to move the entire crime scene outside your jurisdiction, just across the street to the east pavement of Briar Road, which falls under the neighboring beat's care. You see, I thought... Well, I was sure the victim was dead, you see. I beg your pardon. Oh, of course he did. Otherwise my Rolly would never have left the poor woman freezing on the cold pavement. Get art commission of Lantern and Astinia making Ratatouille. Essie, how would you feel? How would you feel about that art? You're evil and would absolutely do this, Riri. Oh my god. Oh, I see your meaning now. Stop. No. Astinia probably can't cook. Yeah, he probably can't, but could you imagine Lantern's like trying to teach him to cook, and they're making Ratatouille together, and it's romantic, and Lantern has to show him how to use the, like, how to hold the frying pan. Yes, and the kitchen gets oh so hot. Yes, only aprons. And they're all sweaty. And Astidian burns his hands on the pan. Oh no, what's Lantern gonna do? And Lantern must heal him. If Lantern pulls his hair hard enough in bed, will it make his hands move to make Ratatouille? Yes. Yes, Lantern has to be fucking him at the same time. That's it, Essie. We've got it. We've got the perfect scenario. Oh, Lights Out. You brought it back. You did it. It's time. Oh my god. The return. The return. Oh my god. Oh, I'm making it so small. There we go. There we go. Oh, no on-screen change, but when it comes back half the size. Okay.
This was not my intention.
Such devastation. Yeah, it's not called Rata 1. You don't need the two of us.
This was not my intention. This was not my intention.
Oh my god. Okay, half the default size. I see, I see. Okay. Tiny tank. Alright. Alright, next time the copium's brought back for real, we'll do that. Rights Out. Rights Out is redeeming one in advance for the next copium redeem to actually bring it back. That's fair enough, Rights Out. Fair enough. Alright, let's keep going. But God got me back for my sins, didn't he? That's why I missed the rose I bought for Pat. Oh no, Rolly. That was all my fault. Yeah, you could pay to make it smaller. You know? It's up to you. I should never have dropped it in such a dark place. I'm sorry, Rolly. Brights Out is the yin to your yang. I'm gonna say the increase goes in increments, but if it's like, you know, for the start of a copium, you're allowed to make it smaller than usual to start. And can you tell us, Constable, how many books did you move from the one side of the road to the other in total? 4 it was. Yes, sir. Definitely 4. 3 of them dropped by Mr. Natsume, and the 4th being the one that fell from the window upstairs in the Gardeb household, of course. But what made you place that book in the victim's hand? When all the others were scattered haphazardly around, I mean. Oh, well, sir, that's because that's how I found it. Yeah, I like that, Dig. How you found it? What do you mean? Yes, so she bent down to pick up the book, and that's how she got stabbed in the back when the knife fell out the window. When we first ran over to the scene, the victim was already holding the book, so when I moved everything, I made sure it was still in her hand. You're sure it was this book, The Lion's Pride, that the victim was holding? Do you want a bigger dancing Graha? Is that what you're asking, Kukushi? Oh my gosh. Basically, Rights Out is saying that they are deciding the size when the redeem is made for it to come back. So the second redeem will just be to put the copium on, but like, the copium will be smaller than usual because of Rights Out's redeem. Oh, yes, sir. No doubt about it, sir. No, Rights Out doesn't want the half size right now. They want the half size for the next copium redeem. Interesting. I'm assuming that's the correct understanding. Yeah, Rights Out is just future redeeming. I thought it was an open and shut case at the time, you see. There were only the 2 people at the scene, and Pat and me both saw it happen. However, which way you looked at it, it had to be the fellow who ran off who'd done it, I thought. I couldn't see the harm, really. I didn't think moving it at all over the road would make a jot of a difference. I suppose this is it for me now. I've had it. My lord. Yes, Lord Von Zeeks. I believe that concludes the cross-examination of the witnesses. Constable, you may withdraw. Yes, sir. Mr. Prosecutor, sir, what will become of my Rolly? What will happen to him? For now, you are free to go home. The police will contact you in due course. The Please, don't punish my husband. This was all my fault. Yeah. Yeah, basically Writes Out just said that, like, Writes Out just wants it to be when somebody redeems for the copium to be put on me again, that it's an extra small tank. So basically think of it as them using a size redeem change early. Thank you for the Thirsty and the Posture Check redeems, Kukushi. It's because I'm always moaning at him for coming home late. Leave it now, Pat. Let's go home. I'm tired. All right then, my love. One last thing, Constable. Let this be a lesson to you. In a criminal investigation, every detail matters, however insignificant it may seem to you. Yes, carve that lesson in your mind. And never again make the mistake of tampering with the scene of a crime. Never again, sir? You mean to say... Leave, now. This trial is not yet over. Now, basically, like, you know the size of copium that I usually start with? Writes Out wants half of that. I know, right? I'm like, dang, Von Zeeks did just let him go. I didn't expect that. I thought he'd be like, we'll deal with this later, and send him out. Well, quite a startling revelation, I must say. Whoever thought of a third party transplanting the entire scene of a crime like that? Indeed, my lord. Nevertheless, there are some immutable facts here. Principally, that the accused, Mr. Soseki Natsume, is the only person who could possibly have committed this crime. Objection. His attractiveness was always up, but it's especially up now. No, I disagree. Now that we know the true scene of the incident, there is someone else. Another person who could be responsible for the knife in the victim's back. Forgive me for being so presumptuous, but I believe the prosecution is probably well aware of this possibility already. Lord Von Zeeks, is this true? Maybe, but like that's kind of the way I see it, is that it's just for the size when it comes back. Aw, Riri, I'm sorry, we have to disagree there. Very well. Name the person if you will, and if further investigation is warranted. The prosecution has no objection to the trial continuing. You will name this other person who could have perpetrated the crime. At least two. I think we have more than that. There's me, there's Essie, and there's Asterix. Exactly, hand's all yours. You don't have to compete. It's perfect. The defense would once again like to request the cross-examination of a new witness, my lord. Once again, my assistant made the same request earlier. In order to finally reveal the truth about this case, it's imperative that we cross-examine juror number 4, Mrs. Joan Garadeb. Yes, I'm also an Estinian lover. He's just like, you know, he's not as high up there as Graha, but I do really like Estinian. Which is how I could see the beginnings of Estinian fucking in Essie. I saw the vestiges of my old self in her. Me? Oh dearie me.
Objection!
That request has already been denied.
Objection!
Okay, a quarter of the size. But the situation is very different now. Mrs. Garadeb, answer me this. What do you want now, you little toad? Stop! Essie, do you have any idea how fucking long it would take to walk to my house? Good fucking luck. See you in a few days. At the time of the incident, you were engaged in a violent argument with your husband, Mr. John Garadeb. In the course of the argument, a minor house fire was ignited, and to clear the smoke from the room, your husband opened a window that looks out over Briar Road. Oh man, Essie's gonna power walk? Well, what of it? You threw this book at your husband when he was cornered with his back against the window. Upon striking the pane of the open-top hinged casement window, the book plummeted directly down, finding its way to what we now know to be the true scene of the incident. Yes, and as I said, what of it? During the argument, you were beside yourself with rage. As such, you threw not just books, but anything you could lay your hands on. Goddestinium would have a power walk. So, let me ask you one more time, Mrs. Garadeb. This knife, the one removed from the victim's back, have you really never laid eyes on it before? Ah! Oh, what's she gonna say? I don't recall it. Seriously? Am I supposed to remember everything I pick up and threw at my husband? And anyway, the man over there in all that regalia said members of the jury need to testify, didn't he? Conveniently, yes.
Objection!
Ooh, that is true, the tip of the knife could be relevant here. No, I have no recollection of saying that at all. Juror number 4. Yeah, for hitting the window then landing in the victim's back, that would make sense. Oh! Make no mistake, you jurors are not special in any way. You are not immune to the judicial process. If you know something about this knife, madam, let the truth come out. Ooh, but that's just a common or garden knife. It could have come from anywhere. We have several like that at home. If one went missing, how would you expect me to know? Yet the body was... What's that? Are you joking? What are you saying, please, Mrs. Garadeb? Oh, man. Now you listen to me. I refuse to believe all this nonsense. I couldn't bear the thought that I'd injured someone. Do you hear? I couldn't bear it. Oh, the poor woman. So, yes, I want evidence. I want to see hard evidence if you're going to insist on this being my fault. Yeah, like a good stew, the plot is thickening. True, yeah, they did say he'd be contacted later. You're going to have to prove to me that I threw that knife if that's what you think. Come on now. Chop chop. Do your worst. Well, Mr. Naruhodo, if I had evidence like that, believe me, I would have thrown it at her already. Then take the stand, juror. Oh! The prosecution does not object to the defense's request to cross-examine this woman. Thanks, Von Seeks. Thank you, Lord Von Seeks. Sometimes, you know, Skin and I really just do share the same brain. I'm going to have to testify. Okay, yes, here's where the tip of the knife comes in. Yeah, it's funny. This is the very first one, I believe, to mention perjury. Juror number 4. As I'm sure you will appreciate, having observed it with your own eyes today. Witness testimony can lead to the most extraordinary truths being unearthed. Truths of which the witnesses themselves may not have even been aware. Oh, dearie me. So I demand your full and unadulterated testimony, Mrs. Garadeb. And mark my words, in this court of law today, we shall extract the truth. Okay, see you in a minute, Asterix. A juror is on the stand, Prosecutor Aqua, make you right. All right, Dig, I'll do it for you. Do you concur, counsels? Certainly, my lord. Oh, that's what I'm hoping for, my lord. Whoa. This is such a strange feeling. For the first time since arriving in this country, it actually feels real. I'm here, in the Old Bailey, and I'm a lawyer. Look at our boy! He's getting confidence! Yeah! Witness, state your name and occupation. Oh, yes, my name is Joan Garadeb. And I'm mature and such like. It sounds like even she doesn't know if she's a housewife or a maid or what anymore. The court has decided your testimony is required in order to clarify matters in this case. Do you understand, madam? Yes, my lord. You will tell the court everything that took place in your household on the evening in question. Your boy! I'm so proud of him, and I warn you, do not attempt to hide the truth. Oh dearie me. Chin up, Joni. Nothing to worry about now. I'm gonna guess, oh, it's her husband. Oh, I didn't know you were here, John. Wasn't only you in the room that day, old thing, was it? Rather think I ought to testify as well, don't you? But what about your knee, dear? Don't you worry about that. Hardly notice it. I'm not the sort of chap to leave a comrade to face disciplinary action alone. Oh, John. I presume you're Mr. John Garadeb. Yes, sir. Former 2nd Lieutenant of the 3rd Regiment of the 4th Northumberland Fusiliers, sir. Seen my fair share of action and now living the quiet life, as it were. The quiet life? Were you not engaged in an incendiary battle with your spouse on the day in question? Basically, the idea is, I know from the side he's supposed to look like a crescent moon, and then the wife's, like, her thing on her head makes her look like a sun. The return of Reginald Hargreaves. I believe this may represent a first in the proud history of British court. Garadeb Brigade! So true. Calling a juror to the witness stand is unprecedented. However, the court will hear your testimony now, juror number 4, and that of your husband. You will recount clearly and concisely the events in your home at the time of the incident in question. Oh, is it? If that is, that's a super cool little shout out to the Sherlock Holmes stories. Sir, at once! Alright, this is probably our last testimony. Yes, on the day you're referring to, the wife and I did have a bit of a skirmish. Can't recall the reason now. Knocked a candlestick over and set fire to the carpet. Soon had it out though and got the window open. Meanwhile, I was picking up whatever I could find to throw at him. Plenty of knives around our place. Can't say I'd notice if 1 or 2 went missing, I'm afraid. If that bally thing in the victim's back really was one of ours, you'll have a job proving it, I think. Okay. Oh, you can't see the timer on mobile, oh no. It sounds as though it was quite the battlefield in your household that evening. It would be nice if Twitch put the timer on mobile too. I can't imagine why they don't have it there. Although an entirely one-sided assault, it seems. The enemy caught us on the hop, sir. Had no choice but to dig in and take defensive measures. Okay, we will not look it up right now then. To be honest, if the enemy had kept shelling us for another minute, we'd have been toast. Of course, a veteran such as myself is only too aware that on every battlefield, you're just a gnat's whisker away from death at any moment. Are we still talking about a marital quarrel here? Well, I must say I'm dubious that this testimony will shed any light on the origins of this jackknife. A shout out to Rainbow Trout? Sure. Shout out Rainbow Trout. Oh, that just shouts out Rainbow. But yeah, shout out to Rainbow Trout. I must say I'm dubious that this testimony will shed any light on the origins of this jackknife. In combat, one's focus narrows such that surroundings are barely noticed. These witnesses may not be able to offer anything more than they have testified already. This may be a dead end. But psst. What Von Zieks may well be right. Well, whatever the chances, we only have this last cross-examination to uncover the truth, Mr. Naruhodo. Yes, I'm afraid so. I'm hoping we're almost there, writes out. Very well, counsel. Begin your cross-examination. Oh, writes out is feeling their evil mode. Okay.
Hold it!
The reason is what you told us yesterday, I believe. Yes, that's right. If I remember correctly, it all started because of a note that was tucked into the pages of a book belonging to Mr. Garadeb. A rather passionate note, in fact, but Mrs. Garadeb found the note, discovering her husband's little secret, and she gave him a mighty number of slaps across the face for it, too. What a sordid state of affairs. Hell on earth. Then seeks. I say, when a chap says he can't recall such things, it's common decency not to drag it all up. And besides, half of it was wide of the mark anyway. A likely story. These waters run very deep. And what transpired next after these multiple blows to the face? Alright, let's see.
Hold it!
And the fire also spread to some of the items of furniture, didn't it? The bookcase, my armchair, anything of mine, really. Just so happens there was some bathwater around that evening, so I sloshed that about to put it out. I would say it's about equal to putting it on or, like, enlarging it. A most precarious situation you put yourself in. Ours is a 3-story townhouse on the west side of the street, where the water main isn't connected yet. Have to draw water from a public water pump during the day if you need any, you see. The lodgers are always moaning that they can't get any water at night. Although, that little mustached Japanese man buys waters in bottles, I believe. The defendant, Mr. Natsume, you mean? Yes, he receives a stipend for his studies, you know, from his home country. Can you imagine, being able to brew a pot of tea at all hours? He is obviously very well off. Have you actually seen the state of the man? Yeah, he is not well off. I believe he uses all of his income to buy books. Well, anyway, the point is, I was able to douse the fire with water, fortunately enough. Let's see. Whatever you could find, even though the room was on fire. As far as I was concerned at the time, it was more important to extinguish my anger than the flames. When a woman wants to know, she must throw. Or when a woman wants to throw, she must throw. That is most certainly not true of a Susato takedown, Mr. Naruhodo. This is even more iconic than Sasuke and Naruto. Deku and Bakugo. I'm blanking trying to think of more shonen rivals. How did she know I was thinking that? So, please cast your mind back and try to remember. Was a knife among the items that you threw at your husband that day? Ah, Sharpay and Gabriella. In all honesty, I don't recall. Yeah, Goku and Vegeta. But I feel I must point out that I'm no monster. Let me see. Some bread, a cabbage, garlic, a towel, and a sponge, a napkin. Oh?
Excuse me.
Natsu and Seraph, yeah? Do you have something to add, sir? Mr. Garadeb. Huh? Don't shoot. Oh, sorry. I beg your pardon? Yeah, MC and their edgy best friend. Did your wife's remark just now bring something to mind? Oh my god, Dick. Jesus Christ. The things you say, how do you come up with this? Nothing of any significance, no. Just that the barrage of projectiles the old thing launched in my direction was somewhat more solid than she implies. Books, bricks, and the fire poker I seem to recall. Ouch. The woman's aim is uncanny. She landed a direct hit with every volley. Ah! Good grief, woman, we're not at home now. This is a court of law. Oh, dearie me. Ever so sorry, dear. What's she even doing with a teapot in here? Honestly, John, I would never have thrown such things at you, obviously. Well, take a look at this then. How do you suppose this happened, Is there a dent in the pipe? Your pipe, sir. Had this thing in my hand as usual at the time of the onslaught. Knocked it clean out with one of her soft projectiles, she did. Yes. Oops. Oh,
I think your saved game is corrupted.
Oops! I think your saved game is corrupted. God. Was that fucking Detroit? And when I went to pick the thing up, it was broken in two. I'd like to see a sponge do that sort of damage. I see. Your pipe was broken. It would never have been sent flying unless it was hit by something pretty solid. Anyway, I've managed to bandage the thing up for now. You are one to exaggerate, aren't you, dear? I wonder what we should make of this account. It could be important. Yeah, knife may have been hitting pipe and not the window. The defense believes Mr. Gardeb's remarks just now to be of great significance. Ooh? This war veteran's words only tell us one thing. Betray a fiery wife, and pipes, as well as hearts, may be broken. That was so poetic. Sentimental wisdom, perhaps, but hardly worthy of adding to the formal testimony. Indeed, common sense, one might say. Might one? In that case, would you at least permit us to examine the pipe, sir? Well, I don't see why not. Oh, dearie me, there you go again, trying to ingratiate yourself with a young lady. What if the knife was thrown by Trickster? Just like Dead by Daylight. Very well, the court will accept the gentleman's pipe as evidence. All right. Let's take a closer look. Let's take a closer look at that.
You know what? All of you better duck, because I'm about to turn left, and I don't want to smack you with my dick.
Oh my god. I'm amazed that you found a sound clip of that dig. Good job. You must have worked hard to get that. It looks to be in a sorry state with that bandage around it, doesn't it? But for some reason it feels slightly ominous to me, like it's trying to shout out a warning. Probably because it's the same blue as Mr. Gardeb's dressing gown. I suppose it must have considerable sentimental value to Mr. Gardeb, given that he's gone to the trouble of repairing it like this. Either that or he can't afford to replace it. How about this nick in it? There's a small nick out of the bowl here, look. It appears to have been made relatively recently. Thought they meant like an iron pipe and was confused. No, this pipe makes a little more sense at least. And see how there are little scrapes and dents all over it. It's clearly a well-loved pipe. Yes, you're right. It seems to me recently that being well-loved goes hand in hand with getting some battle scars. This particular nick is catching my eye though, because it's clearly new. Alright, anything else here that seems worth examining? Oh, something just twinkled inside the chamber of the pipe there. How did you miss that, Gardeb? How did you miss that was there the whole time? Yes, I saw it. Something's stuck in there, I think. Let's turn it over and give it a shake. What's this? It's a tiny fragment of metal. The knife tip! It looks like the tip of a blade or something.
My special mixtape will get you going.
The fact that those happened at the same time. That, at first I thought they were the same clip and I was like, huh, the tip of a blade. Surely it couldn't be. Senzu beam. Alright. Let's go back and let's examine this blade. This is the tiny piece of metal we found in the chamber of Mr. Gardeb's pipe. It looks like the tip of a blade or something. The tip of a blade. Is something wrong, Mr. Naruhodo? I don't really know. There's just something niggling me, but I can't quite put my finger on what it is. Perhaps in that case, it would be wise to examine some of the other pieces of evidence again. Alright.
Girl, you need a high pony, you need a whipped up pony, because the guy's gonna want to grab onto something, because he's gonna think you're a hooker, because you're wearing sequins during the day!
Because you're wearing sequins during the day! Okay, I'll double check if examining this again gets them to see if that it matches. Let's make sure. Oh, look here. Yeah, just at the tip. Wait, part of it's missing. I could be wrong, but I've just got a feeling. You remember this? Ah, that's... Oh, Koba's got some. Alright, let's do it. Okay, let's size the mask. And then... Okay, so I'd normally set the backpack to be like maybe this big. So half of that. Then... Okay, I think we're starting off like this, you guys. How do you feel about that? But yes. No! Yes, next time you would enlarge it. So, good luck. Who's knocking? Asterix, what do you want?
The one who knocks.
Oh my gosh. Ah, that's the tiny fragment of metal that we found inside Mr. Garadeb's pipe. Yes, and just maybe... Oh my, it's a perfect fit. Somehow I just knew it. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, we got him. I hope I didn't speak out of turn, Mr. Naruhodo. I was just feeling rather disappointed for you that your request was turned down. Oh no, it's fine. Thanks to Susato-san, we have some new evidence to work with. We should examine it carefully. Well, thank you for that. Rebuttal, Mr. Garadeb. Now, if we could return to the crux of the matter. What can you tell the court about the knife used to attack the victim? Alright, so I think we're gonna have to go straight to the next one. And I think we'll present the knife tip.
Objection!
Objection! Mr. Garadeb, could I ask you to take a good look at this, please?
Ladies and gentlemen, we got him.
Hell fucking yeah, thank you, Asterix. You can ask. I can't see a bally thing. You can't. Used to call me Dead-Eye Dep back in the regiment, of course, but that was some time ago now. Even when I'm trying to enjoy a large print book by the fire these days. I struggle to tell a B from a D and a P from a Q, to be honest. Krusty songs are so good. Oh, he does. Dearie me, it's rather wearing being asked about every other letter and every other word. You must be very dizzy. Yeah, that bass boost! What is that? A tiny scrap of metal. Yes, almost certainly from the tip of a blade. And what may appear at first to be just a tiny scrap is in fact a crucial piece of evidence. Interesting. And where did the defense come by this evidence? It was lodged in the chamber of Mr. Garadeb's pipe. Yeah, he can't tell a B from a D, a boob from a dick. My pipe, you say? By Jove, I wonder how that got there. And what precisely does this fragment of metal signify, Counsel? Are you suggesting that it is in some way related to the matter of the stabbing on Briar Road? Yeah, I can't tell a boob from a dick. You know how it is, Kukushi. Surely you've been there. I am. What? When put together with another piece of evidence already in the court record, I believe this tiny fragment of metal will unravel the whole truth of this case, my lord. You appear rather confident in that extraordinary statement, Counsel. Very well then, present the pertinent evidence to the court. What evidence, when paired with this fragment of metal, allegedly reveals the truth of this entire case? The knife! Take that! This is the knife that was found in the victim's back. Yeah, I love that song. If you look closely, you will see that there's a small piece at the tip of the blade that is missing. Yeah, you just gotta think about what that would be like, Kukushi, and you understand. You can't believe he just straight up tells a judge to take it. A common issue was that the inferior blades sold at unsavory street markets. Criminals who use them regularly leave the tips lodged in their victims' bones. And what of this particular knife? Freya killing people because she wants that D? Oh my gosh, it's so true though, so very true. No doubt its tip has suffered a similar fate, now languishing somewhere near the spine of the victim.
Objection.
Nuh-uh. No, that's not the case. The tip of this particular knife's blade is the very fragment of metal we discovered in the chamber of Mr. Gardeb's pipe. Ah! Oh! Good grief, Lord Von Seeks! Meow. It's my favorite when the blurps mix. God. I don't believe it. The knife from the crime scene and this fragment of metal. Yeah, that's Freya's true yandere mode. Are a perfect match. Good golly gosh! Also, that sprite Von Zeeks has right now is pretty hot, I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna lie. Order! 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 Is this some sort of Eastern sorcery? No. This is no magic, my lord. This is a miracle. A miracle. So Von Seeks has figured it out, has he? Counsel, explain this extraordinary coincidence at once. I do want to see him cry. I want to see him beg. Yes, my lord. The crucial point we have to ask ourselves here is when did the fragment of metal find its way inside Mr. Gardeb's pipe? Something that was clarified for us in the most recent witness testimony.
I'm a knife.
I'm a knife.
Knifing around.
Knifing around. Cut. Okay, Christian? What? What the fuck, Essie? Yeah, cry like a Stinian. Had this thing in my hand as usual at the time of the onslaught. Knocked it clean out with one of her soft projectiles she did, yes. It would never have been sent flying unless it was hit by something pretty solid. Oh, they're sweating. Oh, dearie me. During the argument between these two that occurred just as the victim was on the pavement below, Mrs. Gardeb flung the knife at her husband. Aw, Dan! I love seeing the Dan emote. However, the knife missed Mr. Gardeb, instead striking the pipe in his hand at the time, which caused the tip to break off, of course. Good lord! Yes, and that is when the tiny tip of the blade, yay, Dan! Dan gain rise up! Found its way inside Mr. Gardeb's pipe. The chances of that are 1,000,000 to 1! And yet there's no other credible explanation for how the tip of the blade ended up in your pipe. Then, after losing its tip, the knife ricocheted off the pipe and flew out of the open window. Ah. In short, this knife, which fell from the window of the Gardeb's house, is the very same knife that struck the victim in the middle of the back on the street below. Oh gosh, oh dear, oh! No! There it is.
Objection!
What can you possibly be objecting to right now? See? A full-bodied theory, I'll give you that. A complex bouquet of seemingly trivial points, plausibly arranged to create an almost passable vintage. Thank you for the thirsty redeem. Allow me to toast my learned friend's characteristically Nipponese approach to bottling his argument. Sorry? But after all, it is just a theory. A game theory. The bottle, I fear, is corked. Because you see... it's spoiled by an insurmountable inconsistency. An insurmountable... What?! Lord Von Seeks, explain yourself! What is this inconsistency you claim to have identified? An inconsistency of the simplest nature, my lord. The victim was found with the knife planted in the middle of her back. Yes, in her... Ah, no, this is easy. She bent down to pick up the book, and that's when the knife fell. That's right, you silly little man. Now, Joan, old thing, what are you getting so excited about? Let us consider the basic facts of the case once more. The victim was walking along the pavement before being stabbed in the back and falling to the ground. If the knife that struck her had fallen from above... There's no possible way it could have planted itself into the victim's back. Gah! Yes, there is! She just had to bend over, just like Lantern does for Estinian. Order! Order! Quite right. You see, that's exactly right. If the knife had fallen on her from above, it would have struck her on the top of her head.
Damn, his leg long as hell.
Damn, his leg long as hell. That reached me? Well, he's lost for words, look. I knew it. I never liked his theory in the first place. I don't know, though. What really did happen? Oh, man. It would appear the defense has made rather a spectacular blunder. What, Essie? Hi. Nice to see you. If a theory has even one inconsistency, it cannot stand. Your theory, my learned friend, is history. No, we got this, Rinosuke. We've got this! We were so close. I could see the truth. I was so sure we were on the right track. But now the way has been blocked completely by just one simple inconsistency. Or in other words, we simply need to eliminate that one inconsistency and the theory will stand. Miss Susato! You mustn't worry, Mr. Naruhodo. You were just caught off guard, that's all, and your mind went blank. From Mr. Long Arms to Mr. Long Legs. So true. But if the path you were on is indeed correct, then a way will present itself. The key to this is in the court record, I'm sure. All the information you need is there. You can't call us out fast enough. Sorry, Essie. It seems you have nothing to say, my Nipponese friend. Well, your silence speaks volumes. A tacit acceptance that your theory is fatally flawed.
Objection!
Alright, Rinosuke, let's do it, let's do it, let's do it. We did it while watching his head in his hand still. This inconsistency doesn't mean I was on the wrong track. It means that I need to sharpen my mind and dig deeper for the truth. It's a test! Yeah, he really does do the not like this. Yes! If the knife fell on the victim from above, there's no way that it could have hit her in the middle of her back. Objection, not like this. Yeah, the wife is standing all boxed to be taller. That's so funny. I love that they add that detail. Under normal circumstances, that is. Oh, geez. Okay. Okay, the copium goes up to half size. Okay, Asterix. It's bickering. What are you implying? Counsel! There's a piece of evidence in the court record that can explain this inconsistency. That can explain how the knife that fell from above could have pierced the victim's back. We already have the answer. We do. Goodness! Utter madness. Surely this must be the last time. Counsel, present the evidence of which you speak. Let's do it. This is the last inconsistency, the final piece in the puzzle. If I can successfully make sense of this, the truth will be laid bare at last. I believe in you guys, you'll get there. The evidence that explains how the falling knife became lodged in the victim's back is... Yeah, the victim holding the book, because that would explain her bending over to pick it up.
Take that!
Take that! This, the fourth book found at the scene. This is the final piece of evidence that the defense will present. The burnt book. Is that not Mr. Garadeb's book? Yes, and to understand its significance, all this on is good. We have to consider how it came to be at the scene in the first place. The photographic print clearly shows the book in question, and the victim holding it in her hand. But as we all know now, yeah, Pog, let's go! It was the police constable that put the book between her fingers like that. No, he said it was already like that. Quite so, as part of his wholesale transplanting of the crime scene to the opposite side of the road. That's true, however. As part of his testimony, Constable Beat made an extremely enlightening statement on that point. No! Did you preserve Graha's nuts in a jar after he got neutered? He's not neutered! Fuck off, bitch! Fuck you! Holy shit, Essie came for my fucking life there. Thanks for the bits, but oh my god. Essie's had enough. This is what I get for bullying her so much. Holy shit. But what made you place that book in the victim's hand? What is the new stream challenge? Oh, well, sir. No, we're not neutering Grahatia. No, we're not. We're not neutering Grahatia live on stream. God. Yes, he donates some bits. Fuck you! No, it'll never happen. You all can beg, it'll never happen. That's because that's how I found it. When we first ran over to the scene, the victim was already holding the book. So, when I moved everything, I made sure it was still in her hand. In other words, the victim had already picked the book up of her own volition. Or, that's not Ryanosuke's voice. No, I don't. Yuzuki, the point is for him to be able to fuck. They just get sick again. Alright, I need to catch COVID again. God. No, leak of extraordinary neutering. No. No, it's not happening. And clearly that must have been before she suffered the knife wound. Well, I should say so. After being attacked with a knife, I don't imagine she'd have been doing much of anything. No. So the question becomes, why did the victim have that book in her hand? By Jingo! No, we don't, Asterix. We do not neuter Graha in this chat. We do not. We let him keep his balls. I think I'm beginning to see what may have happened now. No, he's not already neutered. He's got balls. Oh, dearie me. We know that the book fell from the top floor of the Gardev household onto the pavement below, at precisely the moment that the victim was walking past. Alright. Yuzuki, you can go on Twitter right now and see so many pictures of his balls, I promise you. Yes, exactly at that moment. The young woman was walking along the street in the light fog, when all of a sudden, a book fell right in front of her. I can't believe the League is assembling for this, Jesus Christ. The book I threw! Yes, Mrs. Gardev. And what do you think the woman did? What would you do if you were walking along and suddenly a book landed in front of you on the pavement? Well, I really can't imagine it, but I suppose she might have reached down and picked the book up. Yes, that is exactly what the woman in fact did. She picked up the book. Oh, heavens! And when the woman reached down to pick up the fallen book up... Yeah, her whole model's cute. I really like her design. What position would her back have been in? Yeah, she's super cute. That's right, facing the sky completely and utterly defenseless. Then, in the very next moment, while the woman was still bent over picking up the book... No! The next object fell from the room above, the jackknife straight into the middle of her back. And at that same time, Walking by chance directly behind Miss Green was the defendant, Mr. Soseki Natsume. Yeah, feels bad. That's a scary thought. Well, I never. It appears to Mr. Natsume, or it appeared to him, that the woman simply collapsed on the floor, in the dark and the fog. He didn't see the knife falling on her from above. Ah! And from the other direction, the constable and his wife saw no one but the victim and her apparent attacker. So there never was a real culprit to run from the scene in the first place. No, this was nothing more than a series of unlikely events that culminated in an unfortunate accident. Good, suffer, Dig. If you try to deball Graha, you suffer. And that is the real truth behind this case. Yay! I did it! Yay! We did it, chat! Well, Mr. and Mrs. Gardeb. The very first time you showed me that knife, I had my suspicions. I wondered if perhaps it might have been something like that. There, old bean. Poor Mrs. Garadeb. Of course, I never meant for anything of the sort to happen, but... yeah, so the victim is still alive, so she might get off pretty okay from all this, considering it was an accident and nobody died. You have wanted to neuter Graha, and you claim to have fucked him, Dig. Is that love and affection? No. It was all my fault, wasn't it? I take full responsibility. I let my anger get the better of me. I threw that book. And I threw the knife as well. John, dear. You did it for... Dig. This was not for us. It was always for yourself. It was only ever for you. Don't try and say you did this for me. You did it for yourself. It's all right. I know. I had to allow that, Kukushi. I'm ever so sorry. Truly. I'm sorry! Ah. Oh, he's trying even with his bad knee. Poor guy. Oh. Dig fucked Graha to prep him for me? Jesus Christ. I don't even know where to start with that. What does that even mean? Lord Von Zeeks, what news of Mrs. Garadeb? She's been taken to the infirmary. It would appear that today's events have left her in an especially flustered state. I know, so much drama in game and in chat, and they're entirely different types of drama. Oh god, okay. Copium enlarges. Yeah, I'd say that's about the average size for it. Even, I usually move it down a little, I think. However, I believe she will recover in due course. There is no cause for concern. I don't know, Asterix. I don't know. I don't know. I'm at my rope's end here. I'm fucking losing it. Yes, unbeknownst to themselves, they caused what could have easily have been a terrible tragedy. They shall have to prepare themselves for the consequences of their actions. There is some good news, however, my lord. Yeah, I bet Van Zeeks is super chill off with, like, the court. I have just had word from the hospital where the victim is being treated. Her condition is improving steadily, and the doctor believes she will regain consciousness soon. Oh, that's good. I don't know if he does. Maybe you'd have to have, like, a wine and cheese night with him. It's strange. We've been talking about the victim all this time, but we've never once met her. How wonderful! The woman is out of danger, it seems. No, no more rope. No more rope for me to tie my own noose with. I can't do it. Yes, that is good news. So, Mr. Soseki Natsume. Yes. On behalf of my fellow countrymen, I would like to take this opportunity to beg your pardon, sir. You came from your distant eastern homeland to study our great British culture, and have been repaid with immeasurable unkindness. Please accept our heartfelt apologies. Well, that's something, at least. He's like, wow, when I could teleport it to the stand. No, it is me who should be begging your pardon. Oh, now, Mr. Natsume. That evening, when the young woman just collapsed on the pavement before my eyes. Oh god, what did you find, Dig? I jumped to the wrong conclusion again in my confusion. What conclusion, sir? I was sure that the woman was dead. Yes, Constable Beat said the same thing, didn't he? He thought she had been killed, too. Oh god, we wish you luck, unlike Awa. I suppose she must have looked completely lifeless. It's been about a year since I arrived in Great Britain now, but I still can't get used to life here. Oh, that's so funny. I thought you were doing like ooh-woo speak on purpose. I can't relax. I'm sure there are evil spirits lurking in the fog, like they're haunting me. Poor Soseki-san. His imagination really has got the better of him. Yes, the poor man. So when it happened, I thought the young woman had been taken by the fog spirits. I should never have dropped my books like that and run away. They are wild eyebrows. I should have called for help, for a doctor, for the police. Aw. Basically, I know for sure he's a real author who actually did come from Japan and live in England and had a terrible, terrible life there. And apparently when the game's developers asked if they could include him in the game, his family said, yeah, do whatever you want. Instead, I've managed to create a rift in the relationship of trust between our two empires, and for that, I am truly sorry. Aww. One could indeed say that some sort of mischievous spirit has been at work here, I think. One that created a chain of unfortunate mishaps. We were befooled by the spirit and led to false conclusions, but thanks to Lord Van Zeeks and our young lawyer here from the east. That chain has now been broken and the spirit exorcised. I heartily commend you both. Oh! Yay! Oh, those are cute emotes, Essie. I love them. They're otters and they're in love. Now then, ladies and gentlemen of the jury. Yes, my lord. In concluding this trial, I must ask one last time for your decisions regarding the defendant's culpability. Are you ready to present your findings to the court? As the foreman of this jury, I can assure you we've reached a fair and just conclusion. I do declare the truth can be extremely cruel at times. Well, I didn't suspect the woman next to me, that's for sure. Sitting in for the old bean while she's out of action, you know. But I know what her decision would be. Does this mean I'll finally be able to get out of here and start work? Well, it's about time. I say, I'll have a corker of a story to tell the grandchildren when I get home, won't I? Yeah, wouldn't it be fucked up if they just voted guilty anyways? Very well, ladies and gentlemen of the jury. I hereby demand your final decisions. Mr. Foreman.
Not guilty.
Not guilty.
Not guilty.
Not guilty.
Not guilty.
Not guilty.
Very well. Mr. Soseki Natsume, I hereby pronounce you. Yay! We did it! Woohoo! Good job! We finished the case! We defended our client! We did it! And finally, Mr. Natsume. Oh, yes, Lord Sir. You are now a free man once more. It is my hope that you will continue to further your education in British culture. And may you never again be brought before me. Unless... Oh yes, sir. Of course. On my life. I swear I'll never set foot in a courtroom again. I'm... transported to tears. Thank you, counsels. Court is adjourned.
Objection!
Objection! Alright, 20th of February, 3:17 p.m., the Old Bailey Defendant's Antechamber. Oh, locum! Pog! Objection! Wait, you mean me? Of course! Is there another locum here? Is there even one? Compared to the original locum student, Mr. Naruhodo Esquire, your name has become rather short, hasn't it? What's wrong with using my actual name? Oh, at last, I'm free! I'm free! Joyful, joyous, jubilant, jubilation! Heady, hearty, happiness, hurrah! Oh, I am pleased. Mr. Natsume is delighted. Would it be so hard to just say that then? Locum, you did it! You saved me from the brink! Well, what happened to the poor woman was in no way your fault after all. I'm just glad everyone can see that now. No, not that! Lovely, loyal locum lawyer! Yes? I mean, as I said before, I have just never got used to life here in Great Britain. Every time I look over my shoulder, I see foreigners. I see towering brick buildings. And from high up windows, I see them looking down on me, laughing. Look at that little hunchback. Oh dear, I'm sure it's all in your head, Mr. Natsume. But today, you locum lawyer gave my gloom the boot. Aw, you stood firm behind that baronial bench before all those baffling British. You battled to the bitter end, laying bare the baffling truth. And when I beheld the blinding fireworks among the beams of the Bailey's roof, I bellowed, "Behold the best burster ever born!" Well, that's very flattering, and we're very pleased for you. Oh, Natsume, this has given me a wonderful anecdote to recount to my old friends back in Japan. An anecdote? Is that what's to become of all my hard work? Oh, there you are, my dear fellows, who... I apologize for keeping you waiting. I rose late this morning. Oh, Mr. Shelms, what a pleasure to see you! I see I am here not a moment too soon. A disaster has been averted, I'm glad to say. It's him! Oh! The trial shall begin presently, Mr. Naruhodo, and I wish you the very best of luck. It's just finished. Oh my god! What? No! Then my haste was in vain! Ah! It's you! Herr Lockshelms! Oh? Have we met, sir? This is Mr. Natsume, the man you had arrested, Mr. Shelms. Ah, I see. I failed to recognize you at first. Our previous encounters have taken place in the gloom, either of your bleak lodgings or that prison's cell. I simply couldn't place that curious face in the light. Charming. This is all your fault, Erlog Shelms. You're the reason I had to go through this terrible ordeal. I'm going to give you a piece of my mind. Oh no, it's gone. Alright, dispensed once more. My apologies, sir, but I assure you I have placed you now. Yeah, it's true, Shelms is being really cruel, but that's his appeal, is that he's like kind of fucked up and weird. You're the fellow who abandoned that poor young lady and ran off, are you not? Ah. Had she been taken to the hospital more urgently, I feel perhaps she would have regained consciousness by now. Oh. But it was unavoidable, I'm sure. We are but human after all. Anyone would have been shaken by such an experience. I mean, I know what kind of fuck Shelms I am. You know, I do feel very badly about how I behaved. Well, never mind. Now then, what was it you wanted to say to me, sir? Nothing. Asterix, your taste is immaculate. Priceless. Oh, I am sorry, really, but that was quite priceless. Poor Soseki-san. Still, on the bright side, you've had an extremely entertaining experience without paying a penny. And it would seem you were not even found guilty. But there is no bright side. Whatever do you mean, Mr. Natsume? Even after this, I'm still cursed by the spirits, and now by the Reaper. Lord Von Seeks. I haven't forgotten, you know, what facing that man in court means. Even if you're found not guilty, you're still doomed. It will be all right, Mr. Natsume. If the Reaper appears trying to make trouble, I will protect you. Hiya! With a perfectly executed Susato takedown. Oh god, Shams really is. You're so right, Asterix. Oh no. You're so right. Oh no. Much as I like being turned on my head, a bit of warning might be nice next time, Miss Susato. So, Mr. Natsume, what do you intend to do now? You mentioned something about recounting your experiences to your friends back in Japan? Yeah, he just might be. This clip is 6.9 seconds long. Thank you for the clip, Cubez. Yes, I intend to return to my homeland soon. Oh! It has already been a year since I arrived here in Great Britain. I visited universities, libraries, bookshops. I've been honored with the tutelage of professors. I've learned so much about the wealth of literature here in the city it has shaped. I've come to realize that it is my calling to sail home and tell my fellow countrymen about it. That's very touching, Mr. Natsume. Or, in perhaps less veiled terms, you wish to withdraw halfway around the world to escape the terror of the Reaper's curse. That's not it at all. The more I learn of literature, the more this strange feeling claws at my insides. You'd never go to Britain. I feel compelled to return to my roots and attempt to pen a work of my own. Oh, I see. A work of literature by Soseki-san. Could be an interesting read. Maybe I'll have to look up what he's written in the real world. That might be fun to read. And what about Miss Susato and yourself, Mr. Naruhodo? Sorry, what about us? Will you return to Japan alongside your mustached compatriot? Why would we? A week has not yet passed since we arrived in London, and only now does it feel as though we have finally found our feet. And you are accommodated in a hotel at present, are you not? That's right, but we need to find lodgings before it bankrupts us. I've calculated we can only afford another 10 nights before our entire budget is exhausted. Well then, you could take my lodgings. Oh, the windowless room? No thanks, no thanks. Oh, but what it lacks in windows, it more than makes up for with a floor, ceiling, and walls. Great. And of course, I'd be happy to leave behind the accursed evil spirit.
Touchy, touchy.
Touchy, touchy. Oh my, an evil spirit. Oh yes. It tries to suffocate you while you sleep. It's an infallible wake-up call. Oh, is it the cat that he has? Well, think about it, if that's all right. Perhaps I could offer a more welcome alternative. Would you consider taking lodgings with me? Really? Well, a vacancy has conveniently presented itself. Though it is up in the attic, I might add. Are you sure it isn't just a storage loft? I spoke with the landlady this very morning on the matter of price, and Iris is cleaning the room as we speak. You must come at once. I presume you have no luggage to speak of? Oh, this is simply wonderful! What an honor to be invited to take lodgings in the great detective's office's attic! I'm too overcome for words! So, suggesting we look elsewhere is out, then. We can stay with Shams! Then it's settled. Iris will prepare a welcome dinner this evening. And you must come too, Mr. Natsume. I insist. Let's fucking... Ryunosuke with the cat and Susato with Shelms. I guess apparently to Ryunosuke, an attic and Shelms are preferable to no windows. I don't know what to say, but thank you and yes. Wonderful. Then I'll go and complete the paperwork for your formal release, Mr. Natsume. It shan't take long. Somebody's happy. Me too. Locum. I knew that you wouldn't let me down. I'm truly delighted to have met you here in London. Likewise, Mr. Natsume. It's been a privilege meeting you too. I think it's a terrible time. That's why I'm excited. Shom seems like the kind of man who would be awful to live with. I can't wait. Oh my god, I can fix him. It's a shame that we're going to have to say goodbye so soon. Well, I've come to realize that I belong in Japan. But Locum, we'll meet again one day. Yes, I'm sure. And hopefully by then, I'll be a successful lawyer. Hopefully by then, I'll be a successful author. Yay! Well, my dear fellow, our carriage appears to have arrived. Shall we go, Mr. Naruhodo? Yes, Mr. Shelms. I've little doubt Mr. Natsume will be released in time for dinner this evening. I can try, Asterix, and that's what counts. And so, with Soseki-san's innocence successfully established, we rode with Mr. Shelms to what was to become our new home, 221B Baker Street. Yay! Oh, this looks kind of cozy, honestly. Like, yeah, it's an attic, but it's big. 20th of February, 441, the attic room. So this is to be our new office. Yes, her office. I rather like the sound of that. Oh, thank you for the stretch, Axel. Let me... Ooh, that does feel good. Thank you. Ooh, I needed that. Thank you. Oh, and Kukushi, thank you for the thirsty. I will take that too. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. Me too. It's simply wonderful, isn't it? Patch, patch, patch. I hope you can see this, Cosmo. It's only a small step. But I'd like to think we're getting a little closer to your dream now. So, my dear fellows, do you like the place? Oh, Cosmo. Casual! Ah, Mr. Shelms. Yes, thank you so much. It's a delightful room, Mr. Shelms. I simply adore it. Good. I'm pleased to hear it. Iris and I are delighted to welcome you. I hope everyone's hungry. It's nearly time for dinner. Yeah, man's got drip. We'll eat as soon as Mr. Natsume arrives. We have a lot to celebrate. Iris, you must let me help you. All right then, Susie. You can be in charge of the salad. Splendid. Oh my god. Alright, fine, I'll put the copium on. Oh, keep it off. Okay. So, Mr. Naruhodo, how does it feel to have your own office in the capital? It's very exciting, actually. I can't help wondering what adventure awaits us. Those were precisely my sentiments when I first established my office at these premises. Braincells and Riri have formed an alliance. Until I discovered the dark truth about the city of London, that is. Oh, sorry? London is a glorious place, full of wonder, opportunity, prosperity, and mirth. But the brightest of lights cast the darkest of shadows. Oh, he's serious. Shadows? What do you mean? Well, I believe you're well aware of the murkiness that lies behind London's facade already. So, once again, Mr. Naruhodo. Welcome to London. Oh. but the brightest lights can't be made out in the smog. Of course, at the time, I had no idea of the significance of those words Mr. Sholmes so casually spoke, but it wasn't long before my turn came to lift the facade and see the true depth of the murk that lay beneath it. Ooh! That'll be super fun for next week. Yay! We finished another case! Landed in London! Yay! Alright, yes, let's save our progress. And then... oh, let's switch over! Thank you guys! Thank you for sticking with me through the stream so long! I appreciate it. I hope you guys all had fun. I had a ton of fun. Oh my gosh. There we go. Let's see. Oh, I hope you guys are doing well. I had a lot of fun. So, yes, thank you for coming, and thank you guys for all the laughs too. I had a lot of fun. Chat was super great to interact with, as always, but especially today. Thank you guys. So, we are gonna set up a raid. I'm just double checking. It's this person, some people I might want to raid. Let's see. Do you guys want to try and come up with a raid message while we're thinking? Do you have anything in mind from today? Let's see. Might be one of your favorite streams. Oh, I'm so glad, Asterix. That's so good. Thank goodness. Let's see. I think maybe I'll just raid one of my mutuals tonight, because one of my mutuals... Ooh, what would you guys rather see, actually? Would you rather see... oh, let's see. Would you guys rather see some Resident Evil or some Nier Automata? What would you prefer tonight? Oh, or we could raid the person that Writes Out is talking about. What are they playing right now? Let me know if you guys have any preference. Because I'm looking at Nier Automata, so a friend of mine's playing Resident Evil 4, and then there's Writes Out's suggestion. Oh, we have Resident Evil, we have Nier, we have another vote on Nier. Resident Evil. Oh, Resident Evil 4, ew. Yeah, I think this friend of mine is playing the whole Resident Evil series and he's on 4 now. Resident Evil? Okay. I'm thinking I've seen mostly Resident Evils. So, this friend of mine, he is not a VTuber, but he's an excellent, excellent streamer. So I think you guys will have a lot of fun with him. He's so funny. Do we have any ideas on raid message? I think I have one if we need it, but I'll double check. He's cute and moe. Oh, good to see you though, Mermom. Thank you for chiming in. Alright, I'll give a second for Leg to catch up, and if it doesn't, then I will do the raid I have in mind. Yes, thank you for coming by, Writes Out. It's super nice to see you. Okay. Yeah, how about we'll go with this for the raid message. Big Copium raid. But yes, thank you guys so much for coming. Please go say hello to Ozzy. He's super great, super funny, and I think you'll have a lot of fun checking him out. So thank you for coming by. I will see you guys on Saturday night. Freya and I will be reading more of The House in Fata Morgana. So thank you guys so much. I hope you all have a really, really lovely night, and I'll talk to you on Twitter and Discord, and I'll stream again on Saturday. So bye-bye!